What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Reality Kingdom, where we put the real in reality or whatever, period. I'm your host, Pharaoh. We're joined by Drake Ryder. How you doing?
What up? I'm doing good. Big Brother 28 is a season that I had to talk about today. But I'm excited to be here at the Kingdom.
Correct. Is this your third pod today on BB 28?
Yeah, it is my third pod about BB 28.
Yeah,
It's a lot. It's a lot of Big Brother 28 I have to talk about.
It's a lot of Big Brother 28. Hey, we're here to talk day 48 in the Big Brother 28 house. Wait, is there 88 days this season? I think there's 88 days this season. So we are only 40 days away from being complete, I think. Girl, fact check.
Yeah, that's not bad, I think.
Yeah, it's not bad. We're closer to done than we are to the start, and that always feels good, you know? Mm-hmm. Let's get into this motherfucking day, because it's actually a lot. Ooh, Mallory going off a little bit. It's a lot going on. A lot of emotions in the house. People are definitely at the point of when they're getting fed up. Tanya says it's 87 days. Even better, it's only 39 more days of this season.
Survivor season right there.
Survivor season. I could do 39 days. Okay, so Dee and Devin just have to play another regular season of Survivor, and then they can make it to the end.
Yeah. Well, Dee's never done that, so she still don't know what 39 days is like.
That's true. Well, we'll get there. So here we are. Dee is the head of household. She did nominate Drew, Taylor, and Lala. Yesterday, Lala won the power of veto, and today we get a lot of discussions about the renom. So let's get into it. But first, we must talk about the aftermath of Taylor versus Angela versus Haley, because they refuse to stop talking about it. Genuinely, I don't even have the details of what was said afterwards, because it was literally just everyone retelling the situation. Taylor's retelling it to Lala, and Lala's comforting her. Haley's retelling it to Angela and Dee. Angela's telling it to Dee and Drew. Everyone's just retelling the story over and over and over again of what happened. Obviously, it was a big moment. But that was mostly the case. Drake, what did you think of this? Not Drew. Not you.
Don't compare me to him right now.
Hey.
Yeah, it's just like the whole season basically it's just been like, well, this whole week has been like really like not victimized, but they just like keep going bashing Taylor and Lala, like all the microaggressions. It's like very uncomfortable to watch. And it's Angela, and like Angela's like, and she was trying to use her tears to manipulate me. Hey, Angela, that's like your whole playbook. Like we know what you do. So I don't know why you're trying to say other people are doing it. I don't know. Just like this whole week has been uncomfortable to watch as a viewer. Like I don't know. It's so weird. And then like I think it's important to hold a lot of this. Do I think everyone in the cast is racist? No, but I definitely think there's like bias there that when they get out, they should be like they need to be held accountable for what they've said and how they made Taylor and Lala feel in this situation. It's a microcosm of society. And it's like, I think hopefully when the season's over and they got their phones back, they take accountability for it.
Yeah.
I don't know if Angela will, because she's been through the experience once. I don't think she did the first time. So I don't know if she'll the second time. But
I saw somebody tweet said Matt Hartman was right. And it's like, oh, not that. You know me, I've been team Matt Hartman since Big Brother 26, so I have to stick.
He works behind the scenes for. Let me stop spreading lies.
We actually have a contract.
Let
me quit playing. But yes, it was a lot of rehashing. Lala does check in with Angela because she also was playing the game. And she's like, look, by the way, Angela, I don't tell Taylor any of our game conversations. I only tell her personal things. Don't worry about me on that. Angela agrees. I will say, I do think regardless of what Angela might believe Lala said or didn't say about the icons, I do think that Angela still knows that Lala specifically is good for her game. And now that Lala is clearly the best at endurance/physical competitions from what we've seen, that Lala is beneficial for Angela's game in the sense that she can win competitions as well. So Angela keeping this relationship is smart. I think so.
Yeah, I think Angela right now has more winning paths than I thought she would come into the season. But I think like Lala, Haley, and Dee seem like a lot of people who go far with her. And I think she could potentially beat all three of those people in a jury vote. So it's like she needs to keep these relationships and keep them close. She lost Haley for a minute, but she's kind of scooped her back up.
Yeah. One thing that Angela has consistently done is maintain relationships outside of the crossovers that are good. Like prior to flipping on the Toolshed, she had Chuck and Haley. She lost her for a little bit, but she got Haley back, and Haley was always going to go back to Angela more than anyone else because of their relationship. And she's always had Lala, or she had Lala for a while as well. Like, moving into next week, the only people potentially who will have someone outside of the crossovers is Angela, because Angela will have Haley and Lala, and potentially, I guess Drew might still have Melody. But other than that, no one has Taylor and no one has Yash. Angela has 2 people outside of the mosh pit.
Yeah.
It's really good for her.
I don't know how Drew's gonna do that for home. How he's gonna have Melody, but I see the writing on the wall for him. But yeah, she's the only one that's really maintaining relationships. I guess like if Drew or Mallory who goes, I feel like Barrett is just gonna have the other person at this point. That's kind of how I feel. Yeah, it's weird. Dee and Devins have had relationships throughout the season, but I think Dee loses them because of her personality, and Devins loses them because he's protecting Dee with like his big moves.
Yeah, I agree. Panili says, Angela good for Lala's game? I'd say absolutely. I'd say even if Lala didn't win the veto and let's say Dee won it, I think Angela would push for Dee to use it on Lala and get Mallory on the block. I genuinely think Angela would help her in that sense.
Because Dee like respects Angela so much and like her opinion on things, she would listen to her pushing for Lala to stay. I think at some point, if the writer's on the wall, she would stop fighting for Lala. But I think as long as there's a debate about it, like she's always going to try to make sure it happens.
Yeah. The thing about having Angela as an ally versus having Devins or Dee, for example, is that Angela understands the benefit of protecting your allies. I don't know how much Devins and Dee understands it. Maybe they understand it with each other, but Angela understands it even past just the icon trio. She knows that it's smart to protect Haley. She knows it's smart to protect Lala. She knows it's smart to protect these people who she has. While Dee and Devins, no shade, they burn Rome, they burn Yash, they burn the Taylor connection that Dee had. Like, they burn these other connections and they just throw them away. And I think Angela's one up on the others is that she knows it's beneficial, which is why, like, if you're going to align with any icon, it probably should be Angela. Even back in the day when Mallory was in trouble, Angela was vouching for Mallory because they had that connection as well. Like, and no shade, they still kind of have. If Mallory ends up staying, Mallory would prefer Angela over Dee and Devins. Like, Angela, she got the pieces to the puzzle.
She do. It's kind of like, it's 26, she was turning on everybody, where it feels like on 28, she really just sus of everybody, but she still has this relationship with them. And she's only fully turned on someone like Drew so far this season.
Yeah. So Angela, Dee, and Devins, they do have a conversation, and Dee asks Devins, how does he feel about the plan for her to tell Barrett about the pact that they made with Yash, or the deal that Dee made with Yash. The plan is that Dee will only tell Barrett and potentially Drew that she made a deal with Yash for herself. She will not reveal that Devins and Angela are also part of the deal. Devins is okay with her telling Barrett. He thinks it's smart. And Dee is like, okay, the only issue is what if Barrett says that we should also tell Drew? And Devins is like, no shade. Fuck it. Like, we will be okay with that as well. So that's the plan, to definitely tell Barrett, to maybe even tell Drew as well about the deal that she made with Yash as the reason as to why Mallory needs to be the renominee. So
yeah, it's smart that they're like telling him the deal's only to protect Dee. Because I think, but I just feel like eventually it's going to come out that this deal happened and it's protect all three. And there's already like Drew and Barrett throughout, like we'll talk about it, already feeling a little like not easy about this alliance. Once you find out it's protect those three, they're going to probably feel even more uneasy, but it might be too late to do anything at that point.
Yeah, it's perfect because we saw the episode just now, like Drew has called out Taylor and Lala and burned his relationship with them because Drew and Barrett refused to work with Taylor and Lala. And even a little bit Yash, there's nothing they can do. Even if they get to the point where they realize, oh shit, Mallory's gone, they have Haley and potentially a deal with Yash, we need to turn on them. Let's go to Taylor and Lala. Taylor and Lala are going to be like, ha! Fuck y'all. And they're going to put them up anyways. Like, y'all have burned that bridge.
I think they would laugh in Drew's face. Like probably not really, but in the DR they would laugh about it.
Maybe in his face.
I think Barrett could maybe get in there because Barrett's like just kind of chill. Like I think Drew comes off as like a dick and like a douche in the house, where Barrett's just Barrett. So I could see I just don't think Barrett's active enough to do that.
Yeah, he's not. And then also at that point, Taylor and Lala will still have Yash and Melody. They don't need to work. Well, they should still work with Drew and Barrett, but it's kind of like if they don't want to, they kind of still have two other people who they can work with and could be beneficial for their game that they could still align with that aren't Drew and Barrett. It's not like they only have you. Drew and Barrett would be the ones who don't have anyone. They're the ones who don't have. Hey, they wouldn't have Haley over Angela. They would potentially have Melody, and that's it. So y'all will be the ones who need them more than they need you. They have Yash, they have Melody. They could probably even pull in Haley. Y'all, good luck. But we'll see if we get there. In this conversation, Barrett ends up joining them, and there is a joke that's made. And this joke got scattered about Twitter. I posted the clip on it on the Reality Kingdom. Let's talk about it a little bit, because Devins and Barrett, they're in there and they're giggling and kikiing, and Barrett is like, I need to tell you a secret, D and Angela. We need to tell y'all a secret. And this is what they do. Just for people who don't watch the feeds, Drew, Barrett, and Devins, they have this comedic style that they've extended to D and Angela as well within the crossovers, where they like say lies as like jokes. Like, I'm planning on putting up Barrett. It's like a joke that Devins would say, and then they'd be like, exactly, and then we'll vote him out, and then we'll evict him with all of our votes. It's like a joke that they do in order to, like, we're making up a blatant, obvious lie to be funny. And I get that comedic style.
That is like my comedic style. So like I do that on the pod all the time. Like, that's just how I joke. So.
So there you go. That's what they do consistently. In this moment, they're doing it again. And Angela and Dia is like, are they joking? Like, what is this? What is this? And Devins is clearly teeing up to Barrett like this potential to like have this joke happen. I don't even think they knew exactly what they were going to say. But in the moment, Barrett is like, look, Haley and Taylor, they know each other in real life. And Devins follows up and he's like, yeah, you know Haley's mom. She owns a Silky's Chicken. Well, guess who sells them? And Barrett's like, Taylor doesn't actually run a lemonade stand. And Devin says, she runs a Silky Chicken stand. Now, the girls on Twitter were like, well, hold on, get this clip. I wanted to see the clip. I didn't know exactly what they were saying. I didn't hear it. I had to go back, watch the clip, watched it over and over again, replayed it, boom, rap. For the people listening, Silky's Chickens is live, actual chickens. She has chickens. They breed them or whatever. They sell the actual chickens to the people, to the farmers, yada, 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 woo, woo, woo. Boom. People like me and other people are upset because if you're going to come up with a connection between Haley and Taylor, for you to go directly to selling chickens, whether they're real chickens, fried chicken, whatever chicken, it just felt distasteful, especially considering the things Devins has said throughout the season about how Taylor is Danielle Reyes / Tiffany Mitchell / Ashley Hollis / he's been a part of those conversations. And then it transferred to Taylor isn't playing the game because she's lazy and she doesn't do anything. It's like there's been and then Lala was Lulu for a while and all she does is cook and that's it. And she doesn't deserve to be here. And she's in the kitchen and Taylor's in the bed. So many of these different sentences prior to this conversation, and Barrett has been a part of those as well. For them to come to this, have that be the joke, it just felt like stupid for them to immediately go to chickens selling and ignorant and related to their previous microaggressions. So it's like, ew, it was just weird.
Because like it's definitely like a weird joke, but I think it's because of the other stuff they say. You gotta look at it weird. This is the first time anything like that ever was said. You'd be like, oh, they're probably just dumb. Like, they're just a little weird. But because it builds up, that's not how this. Like, not everything that these people say is probably like not meaning to be insultful or microaggression, but because they say so many things, you have to look at every single thing in a weird way. It's like, is there a deeper meaning to this? Because you keep saying stuff like that.
Exactly. I agree. That's the thing. It's that you're so right. It's that it's constant and it's so many different versions of weird things that add up. If we were 7.5 weeks through this season, and the only thing that Devins or Barrett have ever said was this offhand comment, I would still side eye, but it would be such less of a thing for me. I would be like, you know what? They talk about Elijah, blah, 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 if there wasn't so much behind it. Or even if it was Devins at the beginning made the Lulu Lala comment, and ever since then, he has not said anything else for the rest of the season. I'd be like, oh, okay, I wouldn't have a thought about it. If Drew made one comparison to one person for Taylor and never compared her to anybody else and never said anything else weird, I would be like, oh, okay, that was one time. It's the fact that it's damn near every day at this point. It's actually genuinely every single day at this point. And it's like, okay, it's getting overbearing. It's a lot. It's weird. I just don't love it. I really just don't love it. Mm-hmm. So there's that. After this, we see FAP does have a conversation and they're talking about who they would want out, considering the fact that they think Yash might go up on the block. They then are like, well, if it's Haley, who would we want out? This conversation quite literally does not really matter. I will say Mallory like asked him like, who would y'all prefer to leave, Yash or Taylor? And then they were like avoiding the question, Drew and Barrett. And so she kind of had to call them out and say, well, how are y'all avoiding the question? Can y'all just say the answer? And they say Yash, and it's obvious that Mallory would prefer Yash to stay. They already know that, so it's a little awkward for them to say they want Yash to go, Mallory wants Yash to stay, yada yada yada.
Yeah, every FAP conversation is kind of like useless until like later, like just now, like a couple hours ago.
Yeah, because they don't have none of the real information. Lala and Taylor talk again. Lala is comforting her. She comforted her a lot last night and then again this morning. Some of the things she's saying was really nice. We'll get into it a little bit when we get to this morning. In the meantime, Lala starts looking for her. No, she starts going to bed, actually. And when she starts going to bed, she notices that her blankets that she lays on are missing because Melody, earlier in the day, stole them, hid them, yada, yada, yada. She notices and she starts walking around, talking to Taylor about it, etc., etc. As she's doing this, FAP is outside and they're like making fun of them. They're like, why are y'all still up? Taylor, why are you up walking around? Like, you're never up this late. What the fuck? And they're like talking shit about them. It's like, girl, they up because they looking for the blankets that you hid. No shade. Like, they gotta go to sleep. Like, they gotta go to bed. But
also, I guess you could tell, like, because Drew's very guilty in a lot of the shit that's going on. He's like egging on. But like when Melody did this, he was like, you shouldn't have done that. And you could tell he's seen BB-15. He was like, you shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
He's probably the only person, him and Barrett, like the only two probably know about that season.
He was very against it. He was very, very against it. But it's like, honestly, Drew, baby, you set up, you teed it up with the calling them out and the arguing and the let's put it on the floor and the yada, yada, yada with them and et cetera, et cetera. It's like he teed up this energy. The energy got reciprocated to him. And then now Melody feels like, oh, okay, this is my friend. I need to do it back. We all know that Drew playing a Melody face. So it's a little bit like, ooh, bird behavior. But from her perspective, for some reason, she trusts him and she thinks that this is her friend and that she should do this. And it's like, child, I guess so. But yes. Mallory ends up joining Taylor and Lala in the have-not room, and they are revealing to her what happened and how there was the bedding, and the bedding was gone, and it was on Jason's bed, and yada, yada, yada. And Taylor is hilarious because she's like, yeah, the same person who's doing this is probably the same person who took Drew's brush. Like, I feel like, I mean, who was it? Was it Haley who saw you? Like, who was
I'm all for like stealing stuff like hairbrushes. I think I've openly said like I would just fuck with people like this, so I can't get mad at Taylor for doing this. Like I think it's funny. I don't get why people are being mad. It's like just petty Big Brother drama. Like I think you can have petty drama like this and then not go the next level. How some people are talking about Taylor. You know,
I agree.
Give me the petty drama. I love the petty drama.
I'm okay with this. Like I told people I'm so okay with this, and I like stuff like I was saying yesterday. Like for me, I like this much better on week 7 than you remember back in week 2 when Angela and Dee were like, let's put syrup on the thing to make Lala mad, and Lala was already on blog, and it was a lot going on. I was like, it felt a little bit weird from like people who were at the top of the game punching down to people who are already at the bottom of the game. And then it was like this older lady who's just trying to cook for y'all. It was just a weird situation. But even if it's like they had waited until week 7 when they were both on the block and then they were like, you know what, I'm going to start messing with. I would feel much better about it if it's like they're on the block, they're dealing with this, they're upset, people called them out, and then we're going to do this. Like, I think Drew calling out Taylor and Lala and Taylor being like, well, girl, he called us out. We all on the block. It's free game. I like that much better.
That's so much. It's just free game at that point. And then also, I just like, bro, you said what, day 45 or whatever?
Right.
It's like, I know who I like and who I dislike. Let me inconvenience someone's day. Like, why not? I don't like you. You know, you're never going to vote for me in the final two anyway. Let me make sure you don't have a hairbrush for the rest of this week.
No shade. So Barrett and Drew, they have a conversation. And Drew says that he low-key wants to stop telling the icons what Melody and Mallory are saying. And Barrett, and this is where we get like Barrett's true full perspective. Like, I understand more about him. I don't know about Drew, but I understand more because he's like, if you do that, they'll stop trusting you. If you stop telling them stuff Melody and Mallory said, they won't trust you anymore. Which I think is true to an extent. I think because they've constantly revealed so much that now they can't pretend to stop revealing as much. I think it would have been smarter to just from the beginning only reveal some and not the all, because then y'all could refrain from everything. But I think Barrett and we know this, Barrett is the rat. I think he thinks the smartest thing is to reveal everything about everything to the people who he wants to take the furthest in the game. The issue with that is that when they want to strike, they have the information over you. They're not revealing everything about their games to y'all. They're actually revealing what, like 5%? If anything, they're barely revealing things. So they
Yeah.
have the upper hand, which is why we get to a moment like this where now Mallory could go home. She is actually the target.
Also, I think a lot of people, the best rat game ever is probably Andy. But what Andy did was he would tell negative about other people he didn't fuck with. And if he did like you, he would only tell you the positive things they're saying about you. So you would build this relationship. And I feel like Barrett and Drew only started doing that, but then they still mess up by saying, oh, maybe they wouldn't put up Josh. Or maybe they wouldn't do that. It's like now you're just like undoing all your hard work for no reason. And now you're in a situation like this where it's like, Mallory's the most likely person to leave this week, and she shouldn't be on one of your close allies HOH when there's so many other people to nominate.
Yeah, exactly. Barrett then goes through some of the numbers and he's like, so how many would we need to just keep someone, for example? And Drew was like, for what? Why would we need that? He's like, I mean, maybe just keep Taylor. What would we need the numbers for? And Drew was like, why would we want to keep Taylor? He's like, I don't know. I'm just thinking like maybe we get Yash on our side if we keep Taylor. I don't know. I'm just thinking. Drew was like, nah, we could probably bro down with Yash. We'll be fine with him. We can get him on our side regardless. Like we don't need to do that. Barrett was like, okay, I was just trying to see the benefit and try to see what it is. And Barrett talks about how he doesn't understand why D doesn't want to put up Yash because they already know that D has said she's not really a fan of putting him up. And they don't understand because at this moment, they don't know about the 5K deal. Barrett's like, I'm just trying to get what the benefit of that is. I don't know. And Drew's like, I mean, I just think she doesn't want to put him up, so he doesn't put her up. And Drew makes the comment that D might be good at the challenges, but I don't know about the strategy. He says because she's learning the game from Angela, she's playing chaotic like how Angela played, which I thought was interesting. What do you feel?
I think that's a good read, to be honest.
Like, pretty good read.
Like I think D, like from what I saw in Survivor, is like an amazing Survivor player. Something about Big Brother, obviously she's better than the average Big Brother player, but just strategically, I'm like, you keep making mistakes. And socially, I'm like, I feel like you're making a lot of mistakes. And I'm just like, this BB bribe, I guess that's what's gonna be her saving grace. But I'm like, I still think I think she's getting lucky with certain comp outcomes, but I'm like, D, you should be in a lot of trouble.
I agree. I think that Big Brother and Survivor are similar in essence, but much more different in execution than people believe. The same problems that her and Devins are having are the same problems that Cirie has. Like, regardless of their caliber as players, because I do believe Cirie is a much better Survivor and Big Brother player, potentially. I don't know yet, than D and Devins. I still think they all had the same problem. And I think it's because the problem that they're having in Big Brother is actually not a problem in Survivor at all. Blindsiding someone in Survivor does not cause the repercussions that it causes in Big Brother. In Survivor, you're required to work with the numbers. So if you blindside someone, that means they are not in the power position of the numbers and are required to be at your beck and call. D and Angela turning on Haley and Kamu in Survivor, Haley and Kamu would have no choice but to eat their ass and try to work with them. In Big Brother, Lala can win the HOH or Yash can win the HOH. So now there's not a requirement. Usually having the numbers is enough. And in Big Brother, it's not the same. And I think that's why they get caught up in these flips and these twists and these stuff. That's something you can do in Survivor and you'll be fine because you have the group, you have the numbers, you have the alliance. So it's just a different game. So I don't know that this means that D/Devins aren't good at, well, Devins already was. D isn't good at Survivor. I don't know that this is what that means. I think it just means that D isn't the best Big Brother player.
Yeah, I also think in Survivor you're managing. I know it's a bigger cast, but you're managing a lot less like relationships or like alliances. Because it's really just, most of the time in Survivor, it's like this is my starting tribe. I'm stick with my tribe, and sometimes there's dynamics that change with like swaps and merges. But most of the time, you have your crew. You stick with that crew. On Big Brother, that's easier said than done. Sometimes your crew's not going to win HOH. Sometimes you got to make fake crews, and then all of a sudden they win an alliance. Like, hey, remember us? It's like we haven't talked in 6 weeks. Why are you in my HOH room?
Yep.
So it's more to manage.
Another thing about Survivor is that because it's usually this group of people and this group of people working together, even if it's voting blocks, it's a different group of people voting this way and a different group of people voting this way. You just have to be the least likely person to be voted out in your group. And I think D has done amazing at being that consistently. I don't think if this was Survivor and Taylor, Lala, and Yash had to put their votes on someone, it would be Devins. You know what I mean? Or at moments, it would have been Drew. At 1 week, it would be Angela. One time, it would have been D. But it's like, for the most part, throughout the season, D has done a good job at making herself unassuming to where people don't think she's the biggest threat in the room. At the beginning of the game, it was always going to be the red trio over D, Angela, and Devins. And then after that, it was for a while, it was Devins over D. Even last week, it was Angela over D when they were talking about it. Melody was like, dang, I just had a great conversation with D. I would rather Angela go. Like, if this was Survivor, I don't know that the vote would have landed on the majority of these weeks because Survivor is different. It's not that you can just nominate someone and then you're scared to take out, and then a veto can be one and a blockbuster could be one, and now it lands on D. That's much more likely in Big Brother than in Survivor. And I think the way she plays is beneficial to hiding behind people. But in Big Brother, you can't hide as easily because maybe it's 3 noms, there's a veto, and there's a blockbuster. It could land on you. Good luck. You know? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Taylor Hell in the chat. Thank you, baby.
Shout out to Taylor.
Shout out to the Unlocked.
Shout out to both Taylors.
Shout out to both Taylors. I know that's right. Period. So there we go. Barrett also makes the comment during this conversation with Drew, and I thought it was interesting perspective, and it showed me light to how he thinks. He says, my issue when I talk to Mallory and Melody is they have much more issues with the icons than the icons ever had with them. Rightfully so, but it's just like they don't see the icons the way that I see the icons. And when he said this, I said, oh, you are up there. I'm sorry. I just think he it to me it felt like, oh, you kind of glorify them a little bit and you see them as a little bit more pure than they are. Because even in the moment he's saying, okay, it's rightfully so that Melody and Mallory feel this way, but he still ends the sentence with, they don't see them how I see them. And it's like, oh wow, you see them purely and they're not.
Yeah, it's like you're trying to like lie about how you see their perspective. Like Dee and Devins have nominated both of them. Like at this point, it's like they've both been nominated by an icon before. They've lost a lot of valuable allies to an icon, and just because you've been close to this whole time, they haven't. They don't see it. It's like when you like having a relationship and all your friends are telling you that your relationship, your partner is like insane. You're like, you don't know how our message is. You don't know what it's like when we're alone. It's like we're still crazy when we're alone. It's like I don't know. He's just so far up their ass, and like part of me's hoping after the day, like, oh, maybe he'll lock in, but like, it's,
girl, give it up.
I've given up a lot of times.
Okay,
I've been one of the only people up here that's given up. Okay. I'm negative with Barrett, so I'm hoping he'll get up to 0. Okay, that's what I'm hoping. It's like
I it's a no for me.
I just think it's the fan of it. It's like I have to like he's disappointing me every time, but it's like eventually. Because he's a fan, so I know you watch feeds, so like I'm just like eventually.
And then that's what's crazy. This combo was the combo where it's like, oh, okay, they're talking about it because they come up with this possibility that Drew is like, honestly, like next week we might can like just let Yash win and target the icons. We won't do it ourselves, but if Yash wins HOH, he could do it and target him. It might be the time to turn on the crossovers. And Barrett is agreeing. He's like, honestly, like I think that makes sense. This is the issue with that concept. They want Yash to go this week. So I'm like, it's not like you guys are genuinely planning to use Yash to take out the icon. No, you wish Yash was on the block and getting evicted. You don't have they don't have a plan to take out the icons. This is just something that's happening as the game is going. And I think that's what's the problem. They're so far behind. They have never thought of a end game. They've never thought of it. They're just kind of like, oh, if FAP and the icons makes it in, that's wonderful, and we'll just go from there. And now they're like, oh, wait, maybe it's good if one of the icons gets sniped out a little bit. And it's like, well, that was literally potentially going to happen last week. Y'all were totally against it. And now this week, you want Yash to go, which would be the only antithesis to that. They both think Haley is working with the icons because she is. Taylor and Lala would be the only people here outside of their group once Yash is gone, and they don't like them nor want to work with them nor believe that they could take out the icons or will. So it's like, and then they know at this point that they'll target Drew and Barrett because of what happened at the argument. So it's like, y'all have no plan. Y'all are just coming up with shit randomly. You don't even want Yash in the game.
Yeah, I think like they don't know about the bribe yet, but say if Yash went on the block, went home this week, the quickest way to prepare your relationship with Taylor and Lala is win HOH and protect them. It's the quickest way to repair it. You blow up the whole game, target the icons. You guys are not good for my game, especially Drew. If you're Drew, like you've actively put me in danger every single week. Like it's all you have to do. You can. I think people underestimate how not playing scared is so impactful for your game. Winning an HOH does wonders for your game. It can save you so many relationships and rebuild everything. And people take that time to squander it and waste it because like you're nervous about what the like pushback would be, or if you make the big move, will blow up and I go home next week. It definitely can't happen. But I'd rather make the big move and go home next week than never make the big move and just be out. So you gotta play scared. You gotta play not scared sometimes.
Not scared. I agree. So that was the last conversation of the night. In the morning, we get some fun. Well, I don't know if it's fun. It's more drama. First, D checks in with Yash and lets him know you're good. He's not going on the block. After this, we get some drama with Melody Lala. Let me tell y'all, Melody does not like Lala. She has not liked Lala for a while, personality-wise. And I remember like 1 or 2 pods back, I talked about how like I like, for lack of better words, appreciate quotations, the fact that Melody and Mallory aren't getting so weird and and it's because like I know Melody hasn't liked Lala for weeks, and Melody has refrained from being extremely microaggressive towards her like some of the other people has, but sometimes it's still like your dislike for her is clearly coming out. And this was one of those moments because Devins is making bacon this morning, and Lala is like joking with Devins, and she's like, "Ooh, you could make the bacon today, or you could wait till Thursday. You could wait till Thursday because that's when have-nots are over. That's when Lala will be able to eat it." And Melody, she was like, "But it's Sunday today." And Lala was like, "I know, it's a beautiful Sunday morning." She's like, "Yeah, it's Sunday today, though. But it's Sunday today. Today is Sunday, though." And I was like, "I know. I'm aware. Like, I know that's what it is. I know that's what it is." And Melody starts making the face. Like, "I see the face you're making." And Melody gets up and she storms off with her cup. She goes in the house. And then she's talking to Mallory about it, and she's like, "Yeah, she was just annoying me. Like, she was just annoying me." And Lala has annoyed Melody all season. She just does not like her. They don't mesh.
Yeah, I think this is examples like you can dislike someone and that person be a person of color and not make weird comments about them. You could just dislike them. Like it's really just that simple.
Just dislike them.
Yeah,
and there's that.
You're not gonna
have to call her Lulu.
Now.
You don't have to say that she cooks too much. You don't have to say that she needs to clean up after you. Like you really don't have to do that. Just don't like her. There you go. So there's that. Later on, she does apologize to her for doing that and yada yada yada. Blah 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 blah. We don't care. But she talks to Mallory, and they have a conversation just in general. And Mallory was talking about the world where Taylor and Haley are both on the block. We could kind of save Taylor because I like Taylor more than Haley. Taylor wouldn't put us up. Haley probably would. And Melody's like, honestly, I agree. I don't want to be in the jury house with Haley. I would much rather be in the jury house with Taylor if I'd have to. So I agree that we could try to save Taylor. This does not matter because Haley's not going on the block. Mallory, it's you. It is you. So there's that. They talk about Devins as well. And Mallory's like, if Devins gets to the end, baby, he's winning. Mallory's like, literally, he's played the best game. He's never been nominated. He's won an HOH, ate it up. He's won a power veto. He's used a diamond power veto on not even himself, but his ally. He's still in the game. On paper, he's amazing. And it's like, well, that's true. Who/what/when do you think Devins will go? Do you think he's just going to win this game? At this point, he's the favorite.
I think, well, is he the favorite? He's definitely top 2. He's definitely probably the favorite. I have my Yash
in the house at least. They all say he'll win.
My Yash stock is on an all-time high, but I think Devins is probably the favorite. When would he go? I think one of like Lala or Taylor.
I think Lala's taking him out.
I think that would be like I always say poetic justice or like storytelling and Big Brother is a real thing. Like Lala could be the one to take out Devins, or I think it's Lala or Melody who does it.
I see it. I think it's Lala. I think it's the top 5 endurance comp where they hold the pole. Lala's taking that for sure. And then that's when Devins goes home.
Or top 6. Please don't happen. But the Icons are final 3. D takes Angela thinking she's going to beat Angela, and then Angela wins.
I can see that too. I could see D cutting Devins at top 3 if that ever is a scenario. And honestly, potentially losing, like you said. Yeah. Genuinely. I don't think that's another issue with Dee's game as of now. Her perception is low.
Yeah, and we'll talk about it, but like I just don't think she can win. Like there's definitely a world where she can win. It's not she's drawing dead, but I don't think that jury's gonna like her. Yeah. I really don't.
I don't think they like her. I don't think they like the way she's playing. I don't think they believe she's playing that well, and in ways she isn't, but in ways she is. I feel like one of the people who would actually advocate for her is Taylor. If Taylor doesn't make the jury, I don't know that anyone cares to vote for her in the end. I'm pretty sure Lala would much rather vote Angela. Yash would much rather vote Devins. Haley would much rather vote Angela. Melody would much rather vote Angela. Well, maybe Melody would vote. No, she just said Devins is playing the best game. Like, I don't know who in the jury would prefer her game
They would.
over any
She,
of the icons.
she would need an icon in the jury, but you would also either be in the jury pretty early on. Like I
Yeah.
think people underestimate. Like, I don't know if people underestimate, but you need someone in the jury early on who's your friend who will advocate for you every time someone else walks through that door.
Exactly.
I think Quinn in 26 does great without Chelsea. Every time someone walked in, Chelsea's the best player ever, right?
Yeah.
Come on, let's talk about it. Like
Yeah.
you need someone like that.
You do.
I think even in like 24, Joseph was advocating for Taylor. Like 25, Cameron was advocating for Jack. Like it doesn't matter how good they were at Big Brother, as long as they're the first one in there and they're saying that you're good at it.
And like Matt's biggest advocate was Sheree, and she got fit. It was like a week before the finale when she got in there. There was not a lot of time for her to advocate for him, even if that would have worked.
Say if me and you were in the jury house for 40 days, because that's like 30, 40 days, and you told me day one, Josh the best player in the house, and then Josh is in the final two, I'm like, well, fuck, Pharaoh was right. He's the best player in the house.
Exactly. And that's why the first person in the jury is I think it's pretty important who they prefer. I would be very concerned of like who's going to be that first person in the jury, or just in general, who needs to make it to the jury. Like Taylor told Dee earlier, she's like, I'm one of the only people who will vote you to win. And in the world, I think that that's possibly true. And then Dee thought about it, and it's like she probably should take that into consideration, because it's like, girl, these other people would vote Devins or Angela, and then who are you going to final two with, Dee? Like, I wonder who her intended final two is, and if it is Devins, he's eating you up.
I think there's a world where every member of the crossovers beats her.
I agree.
And it's like, it shouldn't be like that. You're D. Like, you won Survivor. Like, It's just people don't respect you, and you're the icon of it all. But still, like, I just don't think they respect your gameplay. And we'll talk about it later, but like what they're saying now. But it's like, damn, no one in this house kind of fucks with you.
Oh my god. Ciao. Hello.
Yo, what's up?
There's a shortage in my wire, and like if I tap it, it like transfers me into the other screen. It doesn't matter. Anyway,
you became the cast for a second.
There was a moment in the day where he and Drew were like talking and giggling and having fun. And at first they were like kind of talking a little shit, and they were like crushed and and then they grab each other's hand and they start jumping up and down. He's like, "We're evicting Drew! We're evicting Drew!" And she was like, no, we're saving Drew. We're saving Drew. And she was like, "Was that a slip up?" And she was like, "Oh, no." Anyways, and
it's so funny because the way he was laughing, like, what, Griffin Drew?
Like, not a Freudian slip.
No, I think it's gonna happen. I truly think it's gonna happen. I don't think that's like, cause I like Mallory and Taylor more. Like, I truly just think they love the flip.
They do. And it's Drew is Drew. They've always low-key hated him. One of them is gonna say, should Drew still just go? Because what's today? Sunday? Yeah. Oh boy. They have so long.
If Drew survives this week, he might be able to survive anything. Because how the fuck is he just getting through all this shit? Like,
right. They have so much time to think, and then see him talk to the girls and see him have conversations here and there, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, this is getting weird," and he's gonna talk to Haley. They're gonna be, "Why is he talking to Haley so much?" It's gonna be so much time from here till Thursday, and on Thursday is really when they decide. So I think it's getting scary for him. After this, we see Lala giving herself a pep talk. I thought this was really cute. She says, "I am the winner of Big Brother 28, and I am blessed and thankful to be the oldest winner in Big Brother history." And she repeats it 3-4 times. Loved that. She pep talks Taylor. And this is a really nice pep talk. She kind of says the same thing like every time she pep talks her, but she's like, "Look, you're an example to all young, educated Black women. People are watching you. They're getting hope from you. I've learned from you, so I know other people are learning from you. I need you to get out of this slump. Be this, get into your feelings, and then release yourself from it, and then move forward and get out of it." This was just beautiful. Shout out to Lala.
Yeah, and I feel like every time they talk about like how they're feeling, like how people are making them feel in the house, those feet fucking gone immediately. Like let them be open about it. Like, let us see it. Like,
Drake, I think Lala is gonna win this game. Is that crazy?
Let me plug my stream. But when I did a stream, I did a simulation of the rest of the season, and I had her winning.
Yep,
she beat Melody in the final two, and I might be the only person she can beat. But I think there's a way it can happen.
I think she can beat Melody. I think she could beat Taylor.
You know what?
I
There's a world where she
think
could beat Taylor.
Angela, D, and Devins would all vote Lala over Taylor. Actually,
I think because Lala would probably win some of those physical comps, and they'd be like, "Oh, she has the comps."
she's gonna. I think Lala, if she makes Final Three, could definitely win the Final Three HOH. She could win Part 1. She's been studying for Part 3. If she wins the Final HOH and cuts the right person, they or even just winning the Final HOH and having the decision, it gives people a lot of like, she's gonna win. I think Angela is going to be a big advocate for who she wants to win. It's kind of like Rachel last season, where it's like she's advocating for either Ashley first, and then if not, Ashley Morgan. I think for Angela, it's going to be like D, if not D, Lala. Like dead ass, I think she's going to advocate for D, maybe Devins, and then Lala. If Lala doesn't make it with D or Devins, I think Angela's going to push Lala for a win, honestly.
And I know some of these people don't like Lala, but I just feel like if I was on the jury, how old is she? 56, 57? She's older.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the house. She's always in the house. I'll be like, wouldn't it be funny? Like, not funny, but it would be awesome and cool if she's the winner of the season. You know, it's like she represents our season. I know they don't think she'd be a good representation.
Yeah.
But I think in my mind, I'd be like, that's badass. Like, she won the wall. She's like, will be the oldest winner ever. Like, I just like, there's like, I think I get when people say who they want. Like, we look at Final Two, who would you rather represent your season? And I think if I'm on the jury, Lala would be one of like my top picks. But I think me personally, I think I would bond with Lala.
But also like Taylor and Yash, if both of them could genuinely make the jury, that's already, if she's not sitting next to either of them, that's already 2 votes. I genuinely do think Angela could be a vote for her. She might just need 1 more vote, depending on who she's next to. It really just depends on what that jury is.
Taylor, Yash, Angela, that'd be 3. Who? Yeah, I could see a world where like Mallory and Lala have always been okay.
Yep, I think so. I can see a world she's not going to make it there. Mallory and Drew might not even make the jury. So she would need...
Drew not being on jury is the best thing for Lala's game and Taylor's game.
Honestly, it really is. So there you go. We'll see. Great conversation, though. After this, Taylor, she talks to Haley and Angela. Ooh. Y'all, when I tell y'all, they quite literally just went over the entire argument / discussion from the last night. So if you haven't heard me reenact that, go watch the day 47 recap, go to the end. It was quite literally them just going over it and disagreeing on the same points. I don't have the time. Because that's crazy.
It's crazy. Like, it's just like I just like woke up, got ready for that. I was like, okay, I'm gonna turn feeds on. It's the first thing I saw all day was this conversation. I was like, it's about to be a long day.
It was a long day. Angela leaves, and then it's just Taylor and Haley. And Taylor initially, when she walked up, she said, "I would like to talk to Haley about 2 things: one with Angela not here." So the first thing was that, and then the second thing when Angela left, Taylor was like, "Look, I want to talk to you, but it's heavy. And I see you might not be in the zone for that. So I could talk later." And Haley's like, "Honestly, Tay, what is it? I don't think I have the energy to talk about it." And Taylor's like, "Just some of the things that you've done. And you said that hurt my feelings in a way outside of the game." And Haley's like, "Is this something coming up now, or have you been felt this and you didn't say nothing about it?" And Taylor's like, I've talked to you about it before. And Haley says, "And I've apologized." Taylor's like, "Well, I don't feel like you necessarily understood what it was." Haley says, "Look, I've had a rough 2 weeks. I don't want to have something to make it even more rough." And Taylor's like, "Well, you're not the only person who's had a rough 2 weeks. And I just want to help educate you to let you know how you made me feel. That's all it is. I'm not trying to do anything else." She's like, "Are you questioning my intelligence, my emotional intelligence? You're acting like the first time we talked about it, I didn't understand it and I didn't know what you were saying. And I don't know." And Taylor's like, "Well, look, it's just a heavy conversation. We can either have it, or if we don't have it, I'm probably going to be bringing it up in the diary room. And if I do, I don't want you to be upset with that. So we could have the conversation. Or if we don't, I'm probably going to bring it up in the diary room." Taylor's like, "Well, I mean, that sounds kind of like a threat." So they go back and forth on this. The feeds cut away. They finished the conversation, or they have more of a conversation about it. And later on, Devins reveals that this was a race-based conversation. So clearly Taylor has talked to Haley in the past about this. They've cut the feeds away from it, and now she's talking to her again, and they cut the feeds away from it again. So there is that.
And like the whole conversation, Haley's like laying like this. She's like, "Yeah, we've already talked about this, Taylor. Like, this is something we communicated on. Like, I don't understand what's going on." I think it doesn't. It makes you a good person and also a good player to have like hard conversations sometimes. Like if you offend somebody, and it's especially something like race, like something sensitive, have that conversation and like talk to them about it, because that will probably grow your relationship more.
Yeah.
It's just have the hard conversations in life and in the game. Like this is what you gotta do.
This is one of the moments where Haley's personality indicates why people don't like her, because if you see that someone or hear or notice or someone wants to talk to you about something that you know is very serious, despite them, like this is just serious, period. It's not just serious to Taylor, but even if it was just serious to Taylor, for you to be so dismissive about it and say that you've had such a hard 2 weeks that you don't want to talk about it, it just doesn't make you like, she's just so unlikable for that. It's just like, you aren't likable. I actually don't like you. The fact that you don't want to have this conversation is weird. It's clearly hurting me. It's clearly bothering me. And just as a human, if I see someone bothered, I'm concerned. I want them to feel better. I don't want them to feel hurt. And if someone feels like I'm being insensitive about something that is heavy and she clearly knew it was about race, I would be concerned. Haley has no concern. She does not give a fuck. She doesn't feel the urgency to clear that up. It just gives me an indication of who you are as a person. You don't care when you hurt people over very sensitive topics like this, and that's weird.
Yeah, like, Thog's gonna thog, I guess. Like she's gonna keep being thog.
And Tori said this. Tori said tonight's edit seemed to be soft launching Haley's microaggressions. They show Haley calling Lala girlfriend during a few weeks ago. Finally, I feel like they might be, because Taylor basically said, I'm probably going to be bringing it up in the diary room. She probably has. Yeah. This is the thing, though. I don't love the concept of them showing Haley's microaggressions and not everyone else's, because from what we've seen, at least within these last 2 or so weeks, honestly, from what we've seen on the feeds for the 48 days we've been watching, Haley's microaggressions are like not even in the top 3 of the people in the house who are making microaggressions, and she also is making them. So it's like, if you're gonna air her out, air out them icons. They're not, and Drew and Barrett.
I don't think they're gonna air out anyone in the crossovers. And I saw a tweet. They were like, Big Brother 15. It was more than Aaron just saying stuff, but Aaron's the one who gets all the blame on the episodes because even she was the worst offender of it, probably from my memory. But I think if on this season, I don't think Haley is the worst offender, but I expect her to take the fall for it on the edit.
Yeah, 100%. They like to it's kind of like what Gary said in Big Brother Canada. You don't know who the villain is until you watch the season, baby. And the truth is that they are okay with Haley being the villain the same way they were okay with Jason being the villain. If they're okay with it and it follows the storyline that they want to tell, they'll do it. Otherwise, they won't do it. And in this situation, they're okay with the microaggressions being addressed if it's with Haley, and they're not if it's with other people. And that's just the way it is. And also, the difference between Haley and the other people who are doing it is that Taylor knows. Taylor knows Haley does it because Haley is, although this is a crazy way to put it because being microaggressive is weird, Haley is, quotations, real about her microaggressions. She just says them. The other people don't say it to Taylor. They don't say it to Lala, and they don't say it to anybody who they feel like will go back and tell Taylor and Lala. Taylor and Lala don't know that they say all you hoes do is cook and clean and lay around all day. Like, they understand the concept might be out there, but they don't understand in the way that they say it and how they say it and all that is, because they're doing it behind the scenes. Haley is doing it to their face, which is also bad, but it's just not as foreseeable. So Taylor does not know to talk about Devon's saying that she's a lazy bum who is just like Danielle Reyes, because she doesn't know he said that. You know what I mean? So that's the problem. So there you go. Taylor then finishes this conversation. She comes inside. Drew was like mid talking shit about her, but she comes in and she does apologize to him for accusing him of going through her things yesterday. She's like, it very may well have not been you. I shouldn't have done that, etc., etc. In the meantime, Angela is upstairs crying to D because of the same back and forth that she had with Taylor last night. It happened again this morning. She's like, it's happening again, and she's doing it again. And I mean, it hurt me that I upset her, and it's just hurt, and blah, blah, blah. And D's like, look, there's an emotional manipulation from that side. And you know what? You've already apologized. You hurt her feelings. You apologize about it. It is what it is. We got to move forward. Who cares? And it's like, I mean, but she's doing it again this morning, and she's doing it again. And I just don't know. And oh, brother.
Yeah, she's Angela, a professional victim. She was on 26 and she wasn't in power. Now on 28, she's in power, and it's like, it's even worse because you're in power. So. Also, is this the conversation they just randomly go, hey, y'all should be a great winner for this season? Actually, if y'all won this season, I would love it. And then like, but Taylor can't fucking win. Taylor's not allowed to win. Like, whoa, why?
Yes.
Taylor
this was the conversation where they say Taylor is not allowed to win. Just so weird. It's so uncomfortable to watch too. I'm like, I really don't want to watch it. But stuff like this, it's like they just say the weirdest of things. They make the weirdest of comments. Don't
from like
like it.
D and Angela's perspective, Taylor, Melody, and Mallory not allowed to win, but especially Taylor. Like Taylor's the one they talked most passionately about.
Yeah. And same with Devins, which is so weird. Devins, and Angela all agree that they would, if someone in the crossovers doesn't win, that they wouldn't like that. And I'm pretty sure Drew and Barry said something similar, but I'm making that up. It doesn't matter. Devins and Angela definitely said if someone in the crossovers doesn't win, that they
I know Drew and Barrett say stuff like that to the crossovers, so I don't know if that's how they really feel. Like, it's hard for me to like take stuff like that, know how serious it is, because like if me and you were alone, and I'm like, obviously I want one of us two to win. It'd be weird if I didn't say that.
Yeah. Oh, what Barrett said was he thinks someone in the crossovers will win. He didn't say that they're the only ones who deserve it, but he did say he just assumed someone in the crossovers will win, which I think is a fair assumption. But yeah, it's like, girl, shut the fuck up. Because truly, like they're saying in the chat, Taylor, Lala, Yash, and Haley, and Mallory, and Melody have all played, in my opinion, more active and more respectable games than someone like Barrett, who just sucked your ass all day. That's not a respectful game. Respectable game. It's respectable to you because he's up your ass. So there you go. Congratulations. What the fuck ever. So there you go. Dee then talks to Devins, and she re-goes about her plan of telling Barrett and then potentially telling Drew, and then they agree that it's okay if they tell Drew and that they'll just go ahead and tell Drew as well, because no matter what, he can't do anything about it. They planned on doing this late at night, and she planned on telling Barrett first, but what happened was Drew ended up in the room with Dee right after this. So Dee is like, you know what? Fuck it. And she just tells Drew. And she's like, look, I'm finna drop a big ass secret on you. Don't tell anybody. But I made a deal with Yash with my power, and he's already accepted it that he cannot put me up if he wins HOH. So because of that, I can't nominate him. And then she teed it up for him. And Drew's dumbass and Barrett's dumbass have been falling into this trap all week. Dee says, and Haley would never nominate any of us, right? And Drew was like, exactly. Haley would never put any of us up. She wouldn't put me up. She wouldn't put Barrett up. She wouldn't put you up. She wouldn't put up Angela. We should not put up Haley. We can't nom Haley. And Dee's like, exactly. We should nom Mallory. And that's when he's like, oh. And it's
that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant, actually.
That's the problem. They keep advocating for Haley not to go up on the block, to use it as an excuse for Yash to go on the block. And now she's using it as a reason to put up Mallory, because they keep advocating so much for Haley. It's like now they can't really, they could, but they don't, it doesn't feel right to go to backtrack and say, no, wait, Haley might put us up, because it's like all week you've been saying she wouldn't actually. So you know the true team. So yeah. So she tells him, and he's like, see, I mean, if Taylor wins, I mean, what if I go home? I'm just worried about myself. She's like, we'll have the votes. He's like, well, I don't think Melody and Barrett will vote for me to stay. And they're counting the votes. Girl, it's so close. Like, she's playing with this man's life. Even when they're counting the votes, she's like, oh, well, we at least have 4 and it's a tie. He's like, well, it's just a close call for me. She's like, it'll be fine. It'll be great. And he's like, yeah, I guess. As long as we have Barrett, I'm okay with it. Drew, why would you ever be okay with a tie vote potentially being the way you stay?
Yeah, I think it's I've never played the game, so I don't know how to view it. But I'm like, I think if you're the HOH, like if you're nominated and the HOH is Tony's Bobby Renaud, I don't know how hard you can push without becoming the target. Because if he does too much here, he probably just goes home. But it's obviously not good for him, for Mallory to go. But I can get from his perspective, like if I need the tie, I need the tie. Fuck it. I
agree.
Like I have to do what I have to do. Like Mallory, I love you, but you can go.
I agree. I think the problem is that he, in my opinion, they should have been made sure Mallory and Melody were not, like, they've just done so badly at ensuring this. It was just last week when he revealed FAP to Devins, and then he revealed to Dee that Mallory might renominate one of them. It was just like, you say too fucking much about the things that they might do. So now when you're saying she wouldn't nominate you, it's like, actually 2 weeks ago, you actually told her that she any of the icons could be a renom for her. And just that concept alone isn't good enough. Like, that's not good. And they've been, also saying, even in this conversation, he's like, I'm not gonna lie, like I have been feeling like Mallory's placed herself in the middle of the game. How the fuck is that helpful right now? Why are you saying that helpful? And Barrett does the same stupid ass shit. He's like, yeah, I have been scared of Mallory and Melody being in the middle and playing both sides. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I think Drew doesn't have a game plan when he walks into a conversation. He wings it. And sometimes he wings it and it goes good, and sometimes he wings it and it goes terrible. It's like never okay. It's never an okay conversation for him. It's like okay.
So he asked if he could talk to Barrett about it. She's like, well, let me talk to him first. He asked if she's going to tell Mallory. She's like, I probably should. So they have the plan. The plan is that Mallory's going up. Drew barely pushed back at all. Like, he even doubled down on agreeing that Haley should not go up. He doubled down on Haley not going up. It's like, girl, it's hard to go back on that. And he just let the Yash thing sit there. He didn't even say, well, just because Yash can't put you up, you can still put him up and he won't put you up. Like, that argument was right there in his face. Doesn't say that. Maybe he needs time, but
I will say while like right when we were like setting up before this, him and Barrett, he went live. He's like, she can still put Yash up. He took the bride. Like, he can't do anything about it. So I think I think in his mind he thought it was like a deal at first, where it's like he's just gonna go back on her deal. But no, he signed the contract. Like, he can't put her up. I think today or tomorrow he will finally push that argument. But will it work? Probably not.
It's not a good argument because it's, what if y'all vote her out over Mallory? What if y'all vote Yash out over Mallory or Taylor? It's y'all have made it so abundantly clear that y'all want Yash to go, which is stupid because y'all just said y'all want to use Yash to take out the icons, but he can't because the icons are ahead of y'all. I think the icons are already going to use Yash to take y'all out. Like, they are 2 steps ahead of y'all. Y'all are so behind. Y'all want Yash to go, but y'all don't, but y'all do. Whatever.
Drew and Barrett, you have to just try to get Yash out this week, and then the next week make an alliance with Taylor and Lala and go to the icons. Like, at that point, you have to turn. You have to flip the game upside down.
Yeah, and they're not doing that, and they can't get Yash out this week, and it might actually be Drew who goes, or Mallory. So there's that. After that, he leaves. Barrett ends up in the room with a bunch of other people. The other people leave, and then she finally tells Barrett. She tells Barrett the exact same thing, and she tells him the logic behind it, why it has to be Mallory. And she's pretending to Barrett that he's the first person she told. She's pretending to Drew that he's the first person she told. I don't know if/why neither of them assumed she already told Devins and Angela, but I think it's silly for them to not think she didn't already tell Devins and Angela, and I think they believe that she didn't, which is interesting to me, but we move. So yes, Barrett says, I mean, obviously I wouldn't want to see Mallory up there, obviously. And he's like, yeah, but Mallory would put me up. And he's like, yeah, that's true. And I was thinking that Melody and Mallory are in the middle. And he's like, well, would she put you up? And he's like, well, I mean, there's only a certain number of people for her to put up. And I don't think she put up Yash. And I don't think she put up Taylor. He's like, well, I mean, I think she would. And she was like, well, I think she'd put me up. She would put me up. She would put me up. Especially if Yash is gone. If Yash is gone, she would put me up. Because now Yash is gone. It's like, she's just being stern on the fact that Mallory has to go because of that reasoning, honestly.
He's like, yeah, I just don't think it'd be a good look for you. Or like, I don't want that to happen, but you can do what you want. You actually do it. Yeah. It's your right choice, but I don't think that should happen. Like, he pushed back even less than Drew. And Barrett, you don't have an excuse not to push back. At least Drew's on the block, so I get where he doesn't become the target. Yeah. Barrett, this is like your 2 number 1 allies that would be on the block. And then what pissed me off is later when he's talking to Drew, like, he said, and I did push back, but I should push harder, I guess.
This nigga said, I wish I pushed back even more. He's like, no, wait, I did push back. Wow.
What the fuck are you talking about? Does he think he's pushing back?
This is him pushing back. He didn't push at all. If this was a push contest and it was him versus a toddler, the toddler would have pushed harder. Like, he quite literally did not push at all. If he called this a push, I would hate to see what a shove was from. Like, I don't know what he thinks he's doing.
Disagreeing.
This was ridiculous.
Disagreeing with someone and saying, but it's your HOH is not a push. Let's be real. That's not a push. That's you backing down.
It's almost the same as saying, I don't want to say not to put me up as a pawn, but I understand what you got to do. What the fuck are you talking about? He barely even you know what's crazy? He barely disagreed. He was like, yeah, it does make sense for you not to put up Yash. And you know what? Haley wouldn't put us up. Stop saying that. Like, what are you doing?
You have to just double down because, like, you are too far defending Haley. You have to double down on the Yash. Like, no, actually, it doesn't make sense not to nominate Yash. You have to nominate Yash. Like, you have to just double down on it.
Exactly.
And it's like, now that you've said, he says the words, I will evict Mallory. There's no going back. There's no going back. She's being nominated.
Right. Okay, so I'm D and you're Barrett. Let's have the conversation. You ready?
Am I actually Barrett? Like, I'm
no, you're you in the position as Barrett, and I'm D. Okay. Drake.
Yeah.
I got to tell you something really big. You can't tell anybody. You're the only person I'm telling. I'm not going to tell anybody else. It's a big one.
Okay, what's up?
I'm not going to lie. I used my bribe on Yash for him to not put me up.
That's a good move. So he's not allowed to put you up. Like, production would stop it.
He cannot. He literally cannot put me up. It is required. It's binding. I've already given the coin. It's impossible. He cannot nominate me the next time he wins HOH.
That's great. So if he wins Blockbuster, you'll be safe.
Exactly. But this is the thing. It does. for me to put him up, I feel. Because what if I put him up and then he accidentally goes home when he was the one person who I just made this deal with? So I feel like my only other option is potentially Haley. But this is my thing. Haley loves you. She loves you. And she loves Barrett. You are Barrett. And she loves Drew. And she loves Angela. And she loves me. She actually just got in an argument with Taylor. She hates Lala. Haley guaranteed would not nominate the crossovers. So my thing is, I feel like I might need to put up Mallory, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I'm seeing your perspective, but I just want to change it real quick because if Josh wins, he won't nominate you, but he will nominate 3 crossovers. And you just said you don't want any of the crossovers. That's the pro keeping Haley. That's the disproven. Like, if Josh stays, a crossover will be going home.
I'm going to be honest. I'm being selfish right now. He won't nominate me. Mallory would. I feel like for me, I got to be a little selfish for my game.
Mallory wouldn't do that.
I think she would. Who would? Okay, but this is my thing. If I put up Yash and he goes, who would Mallory nominate?
Okay, so Haley.
She wouldn't nominate Taylor. She's cool with Taylor. Honestly, she's cool with Yash. She wouldn't even nominate Yash. Who would she nominate?
She doesn't have any other alliances outside the mosh pit. She would just have to deal with it. Like, she keeps telling me, like, oh yeah, we're close personally, but I have to do what I have to do. That's just how she views the game. She's loyal to her alliance, and the mosh pit's her alliance.
But if Taylor, so if Taylor goes home, she put up Yash, Lala, and Haley. You're saying?
Yeah.
What if Yash wins veto?
Then I think she would have a group discussion, and I think she would value that you didn't put her on the block this week.
It would be me. It would be me. Because y'all have the FAP alliance. Y'all have the FAP alliance, and she's great with Angela. And I think it would be me, and I put her up already.
I think it would be Devon's.
I put her up though.
Yeah, but I think Devon's had like the bigger showboat move, and she's more like I don't think she would want anyone to go home, but I think she.
Is she threatened by Devon's?
Not threatened by Devon's.
If she's threatened by Devon's, then I definitely need to put her up because Devon's is our best competitor.
No.
Honestly,
he's not the best competitor. Actually, I'm the best competitor.
Okay. See, I think she might be threatened by Devon's. So that's the thing, because if she would, because even if she doesn't put me up, she might put up Devon's.
That's something we have to worry about for final.
She might backdoor. That's the thing. She has the perfect setup to backdoor.
She was telling me she might throw HOH. She said she might throw HOH. So you don't even have to worry about the situation.
See, I like the throw HOH perspective. Yeah. I think there was and that's how you push back though. That's how you push back.
You just gotta keep going. You just have to keep
hard. Don't leave the room. I was saying, bitch, I'm not leaving the room. I'm not leaving the room until you say you're putting up somebody else. No, Shay, you would have had to lie to me. No, Shay.
No, lie to me. Like at that point, you have to lie to me.
You should lie to me. You should not tell me you're putting up Mallory because I would have been up your ass all day.
I had a tweet about this. I don't know if I'm the problem, but the way I'll be having a one-on-one every time HOH review or one not by me, everyone's getting a one-on-one. No shame. I'm not going up, and if I do go up, I'm getting the votes. Okay. People didn't like how Vince had a one-on-one with the whole house every day. I'll be the same fucking way. I am not going on that block.
It's not gonna happen. You have to just keep pushing it. So yes. After she tells Barrett and her agree that he wants to talk to Drew about it, he goes downstairs to the hammock. Him and Drew have a conversation, and Barrett is basically revealing it as if Drew doesn't know, and Drew already knows.
I'm mad. I can't take him serious. I'm sorry. He's probably a chill dude in real life, but I can't take him serious.
Girl, you are? I'm like, this is you mad? This is you upset? My thing is, like, I don't know. Okay, I'm so sorry. I don't understand him. Because I'm like, if both of you agree that this is not a good move, just in general, why aren't you both like actively going? They're afraid. They're afraid of the icons. And you can't, I would not want to align myself with someone who I'm afraid of. And I think that's what they've done. I think they've aligned themselves with a group of people who scare them. And because of this, they are subservient to them the entirety of the game. And they want to do anything to please their leaders. Wait, I just want Dee to trust me, so I need to win HOH and make sure she trusts me now. And no, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, like Roma at the beginning of the season was the beta and submissives, and the icons found the 2 best ones in the house.
Yeah, head beta and head submissive.
And I do think in this conversation, I'm starting to realize why Drew is so scared, because he's like, we should never told him the name Fab.
Yeah.
That's why he's scared, because he knows that will get exposed if he does something.
It will. He mentions that. He says, I told the crossovers everything, and I think that's what's biting me in the ass. And Barry is so interesting. Barry says, I don't think that's what's biting you in the ass. I just think they just don't like that you're friends with everyone. The issue is that this is the problem. Barrett views the game from the perspective of the icons and the icons only. When Drew is saying that it's biting me in the ass that I told the crossovers everything, he's referencing other people. He's referencing it's gonna bite him in the ass for Melody or Mallory or these other people in the game. Barrett only understands the game from the Icon's point of view. So he's like, wait, no, that's not biting you in the ass. The Icons are only mad because you're talking to everyone in the game. Drew's not talking about the Icons. Drew's saying it's going to bite him in the ass with Melody and Mallory if they expose Fab. And I don't think Barrett is understanding that because he keeps rebuting when Drew says we shouldn't tell them everything about Melody and Mallory. Barrett keeps like rebuting that. And it's like rebutting that, whatever the fuck the word is. And it's like, it's because he doesn't care. Barrett doesn't care what Melody and Mallory thinks. He doesn't understand why Drew does. He's only like, oh, well, you're okay with the Icons. So you should still do that. And it's like, yeah, there's more parts to the game.
I think, what was I say about Barrett? I'm totally blanked. I had like a whole thesis on Barrett's game for a second, and I completely forgot. It's just like his game, I forgot to do it, so I don't know what's going on.
It'll come up. Don't worry.
Like, just disappear from my mind.
But when it does, just bring that up. But Drew is like, yeah, D's been nothing but bad for my game at all. And Barrett's like, honestly, you're not wrong about that. No shade. As they're talking, you found it. Go.
Yeah. Barrett is like in a position as a fan that you kind of dream of. He's not running the game where he's an obvious target, but he's kind of knows all the information in the game. Barrett knows everything in the game pretty much. Mm-hmm. It's not like he knows almost everything. So he should have all the information. He should be feeding the Icons' egos, but also building up this counter army. Mm-hmm. And he's not doing it. In the counter army he has built up, he's letting go because he values the fucking army he values the army he's not in so much more. It's like, dude, what are you doing? Like, I think he really thinks he's gonna be like a Steve or an Ashley and like cut them at the end, but there's 3 people who are not taking you to the end.
Why I don't respect Barrett's game is because he's played the game in the bubble of Icon Land. He did not play the game with Kamu. He didn't play the game with Haley. He didn't play the game with Chuck. He didn't play the game with Taylor. He didn't play the game with Lala. He didn't play the game with Yash. He doesn't even fake alliances with them. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't strategize with them. He doesn't talk game with them. He doesn't fake alliances with them. He doesn't do shit. He only plays within the Icons and Mallory and Melody as of recent. No shade. I don't respect that. I want someone who's played the game with everyone. Angela has made a fake alliance with Taylor. She's made a fake alliance with Lala. They've had the fake red corner. She's made a deal with Yash. Even Drew has had a deal with Yash. He had a deal with Kama, who had a final 2 here. He had a final 2 there. They've played the game with everyone in the game. Barrett has refused. He has only played the game with these 6 people for the entirety of the game. He refused to talk with Haley. He refused to talk with Kamu. He refused to talk with Chuck. I don't like that. I'm just not a fan of his game in that sense. So that's why I just don't want him to win.
I don't think I've ever seen him and Melody have a one-on-one conversation.
That too. I was gonna bring that up. I let him have that, but he genuinely does not even talk game with Melody. He genuinely doesn't even game with her. It's just the proximity to Drew and Mallory that he has with Melody. He did not talk game with Lyric. He did not talk game with Rome. He did not talk game with Jason. Literally. And
those are some of the people he had good personal relationships with. Beginning of the season, him and Yash were close for a good minute. He stopped talking to Yash. Jason always liked Barrett. He let that go. It's like, Barrett, you were just so far up the Icon's ass. And it's like, I think it makes it worse because we know he's a fan and we know he knows better because he's done cam talks where he talks about, yeah, I should be doing this or I should be talking to them. Yeah. He doesn't do it. It's like, Barrett.
Yeah. And the audacity for him to feel or think or whatever that the crossovers are the only people who should win. I don't know exactly what he meant, but even the thought of that is like, maybe everyone but you. Like, I just really, really, really don't respect the fact that he has refrained from gaming with 90% of the cast. It's over 50% of the cast. It's actually ridiculous, and I'm just not a fan of it.
Lala might talk more game than him at this point. Like, he probably has like talk more game with more people.
Literally,
because he only talks like,
it's crazy.
So sad.
So there's that. That was frustrating, but I'm over it. Anyways, so after this, Melody does walk over in the middle of Drew and Barrett's conversation, and they kind of stop talking. And Drew says, "Do you have any requests for movies later tonight? Like, what's your movie request tonight? Because they do this thing where they reenact a movie and yada yada yada." And Melody's like, "I don't know. What about y'all?" No response. And I think this is what ticked her off, if she wasn't already ticked off, to the fact that they changed the conversation, because as soon as she asked them back the question, they both got silent for like over 40 seconds. They were quiet. And then she had to talk again, and she was like, just start saying random movies. It was obvious they were not talking about that at all, because if you were, why is there no movie in your head? That was crazy. So she clocks that.
It's not hard to say a random movie. You could just say any movie in the world.
She said Titanic. You should have said Titanic as well. You know, I was just thinking Titanic.
I was thinking Titanic too. Hey, dude, the fuck are you talking about? Like, just say something. Like, I don't know. And then like even like we know Melody and maybe Drew and Barrett are playing FAP to like I think they are loads of FAP to a certain extent, but that doesn't mean they're not playing them at the same time. Like they are playing in their faces every day with a crossover situation.
Yeah, I agree.
Even if that wasn't true, she should definitely be suspicious they have a final two.
At least that. But this moment plus what happens later, I was like, oh girl, I would be so over them, but she's too far in the clouds to ever, I feel like, get over them as allies. So after this, Drew talks to D, and he's about to start talking about what him and Barrett just spoke about. Devin runs in the room and he's like, the weirdest thing just happened. People were outside, they were talking. It was weird. He's out of breath. He's red. He's holding his cup. He has his glasses on. Drew's like, oh, what are you talking about? Oh, me and Barrett, we were just talking about Mallory. And Devin just stares silently. And Drew's like, what's going on? And Devin's just like, I mean, I was just surprised by some of the things I heard. And then he gets up and he leaves very abruptly. And Dee's like, oh, what's going on? What's going on? What is going on? Barrett had came in mid of that as well. And Drew explains to Dee that essentially outside, him and Barrett were just having a conversation about the icons on the hammock, about how they didn't really trust them, and Drew felt like he was on the outs and he was on the bottom, especially now that Mallory's going up and that he's going up. He just feels like he's on the bottom of the lines, and they just talked about all of this discussion on the hammock, and they think Devin's overheard. Meanwhile, Devin's in the gym, and he's like, I thought they were talking about something they didn't want me to hear, but I didn't hear anything. I don't know what they said, but I just feel like if I go in there and I act dramatic, they're going to eventually either tell me or they're going to tell D, and then I'll find out what the fuck they said. And it worked. Dead ass.
Yeah. I know some people don't like Devin. Some people don't think he's playing well. I mean, he did eat this. Like this is insane. And I respect what got on this. Like more people should do shit like this. Like this was fun.
This was fly. This was really slick because he clocked they were saying something that they didn't want him to hear, and he got the information literally 10 minutes after they literally talked about it. It was crazy. Loki kind of ate that.
It's the type of shit you can't do too much. Like maybe once or twice a season. Because if you keep doing it every day, they're gonna be like, he's lying about hearing us.
Yeah, very much so. So he clocked, and then Drew reveals it all the way to D, and he talks about how he just doesn't know how Haley knows about his power, and he feels like he's expendable because maybe one of y'all told Haley about the power. The only people I told was the people in the crossovers, and this, and this. And D is like, look, we already settled this 2 days ago. So if you're still saying this, that means you still don't trust us, and if you still don't trust us, that's going to be a problem. So what the fuck is going on? And Drew's like, I mean, it's just the fact that you're putting up another mosh pit. I just feel uncomfortable, and I just felt like he's being honest. And D's like, look. Part of me is like, look, are you going to come for me next week now because you're still feeling this way? I don't know. I feel like we need to clear this up. What are your true feelings? And Barrett does jump in, and he's like, I don't think Drew's true feelings are to come for the crossovers. I don't think that's what his true feelings are. And they end up settling the conversation. D is like, I still trust you. Drew's like, I still trust you. And they suggest that Drew and Barrett go down and talk to Devins about it. So there you go. I was hoping D decided to just target Drew after this.
That's what I thought was gonna happen. I even though he didn't need to put himself in a position, I think Drew did good at this conversation. Cause I think people underestimate how just being real and how you feel could like that. I think people trust you more. He's like, I do feel at the bottom. I do feel expendable. And even later when he's talking to Angela, she's like, he does feel that way because it's true. He is at the bottom. He's expendable, so we can't be mad at it. So it makes people kind of trust you more. And also in this talk, like Barrett does defend Drew, and I was posting the Shamik Moore evolving as a man tweet. I was like, that's how Drew he defended Drew for the first time ever in this game. Like
I will say, I haven't talked about it, but it's a good time. The move for Drew to attack Taylor and Lala, although I didn't like it, I think it was a good move. I think it was the saving grace to declare to the crossovers that he doesn't have doesn't have those other loyalties. But go ahead.
I don't like the comments he made afterwards, like the microaggressions and all that, like all the words he says. Like that's weird that he does that afterwards. But the move itself to publicly say I'm after Lala, Taylor, and Josh, that is a good move. Like I think that's what saved him this week. It kind of reminds me of like Godfrey and BB Can, where it's like if you have a public enemy, it makes people not feel threatened by you.
Exactly. If he stays this week, it is because he called out Taylor, Lala, and Yash. If he did not call out Taylor and Lala and Yash, he would probably be the target right now. Currently, honest, not even probably. D straight up said, you were actually the person who I was concerned about. And because you did that, now I'm not concerned about you. That is the one thing that has like improved him from being potentially the target to not. What I hate is that he's so embarrassing to the point where he would genuinely rather do that than turn on the crossovers. And this has been for weeks. Like he would rather burn everybody else instead of turn on the crossovers ever, even before he was nommed. And that's what I don't love. And that's what's embarrassing to me. But
yeah, I think if you were going to do this, you got to like save yourself and then turn on the crossovers. Like I think that's the best way to do it. And then like tell Taylor and they got to forgive you at some point. Like if you make it far enough with them, hey, we're on the icons now.
Yep, you got to get over it. The issue is that he genuinely was okay with this because he does not like Taylor and he does not like Lala. And that's the part I don't like. I would have rather it been purely strategy. And then the attempt is to turn on the icons after this because clearly they don't trust you. Instead, he genuinely wants to, please give me loyalty, please, please. He's begging for it. And it's like, that's embarrassing as fuck. So Drew and Barrett, they go downstairs and they talk to Devins about the same thing they just talked to Dee. They revealed all of Drew's thoughts, that he feels insecure. He felt he was on the bottom. Haley knew about his power. He doesn't like that another mosh pit is going up. It feels weird, yada, 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 woo, woo, woo. They all end up going back upstairs to talk to Dee. And then Dee pretends to re-explain the plan to Devins as if he doesn't know, even though he already knew. In the meantime, Melody and Mallory, they do have a conversation, and Melody's a little bit confused at Drew's moves. Drew told her that he revealed Dee some information again, and Melody's like, he's just so stupid. I just feel like he's stupid and he's a bad player. Whole time, girl, he's just playing you. And then she talks about how she walked up to Drew and Barrett and they changed the conversation. And she clocked that, and she did not like that at all. But her and Mallory still agree that Drew is someone who they can still trust, which they can't.
Yeah. They can't, but it's like they kind of can to a certain extent. It's like I think that he would choose Fap over them, but like it's a weird dynamic because like obviously you still have this bond with Drew, so you can't trust him a little bit, but he shouldn't be y'all's main priority. It should be Taylor and Lala. They should have a Final Four Taylor and Lala. There's really no reason they don't.
I agree 100%. And that's their problem. They're their main priority. And then Melody is referencing the way that Drew talks about her. He's like, he talks about me as if I have a crush on him or something, and that I'll just go along with whatever he says and whatever he does. And I don't like that. And it's like, well, girl, I will say it's not that Melody does, because I don't think that there's been a moment where like it's been relevant. No shade. Like she hasn't been HOH. She hasn't won the veto. There hasn't been like a game move decision that like Drew said, go do this. And she said, yes, sir. Even like when it came to like her asking, hey, should we tell Taylor about this and this and this? He's like, no, and she does it anyways. So I don't believe that when Drew says Melody just does what I want game-wise, it's true. But also, he can continue to say that because you don't do much else. Unfortunately, you don't do much else.
No, you don't play like Melody, your fun personality, you have great DRs. You're not that active as a player. So like every time you do something active, a lot of stuff is stuff you and Drew talked about doing. Yeah. So like, it makes it seem like Drew told you to do it. You did it. At the end of the day, you didn't want to get common. Drew told you to do it. You did it.
Yep. Dee talks to Barrett. And Barrett is just solo re-explaining the conversation he had with Drew. He's giving her all the details of exactly how he felt, essentially. And Dee's like, I mean, honestly, Drew is my least favorite of the five, but that wouldn't happen till Final Five. Like, I wouldn't turn on him till Final Five, so it doesn't matter. Like, it's fine, and I understand it, but that wouldn't happen till then. So she's being not fully truthful because she would take out Drew before the Final Five, but she's also not being fully untruthful because she's admitting to Barrett that she does value him and the others over Drew a little bit, which is valid. But Barrett shouldn't feel comfortable with that either, because that means that, so she values you, Devins, and Angela. And I wanted to ask, what's your thoughts on Barrett? What does Barrett think Dee thinks about him? Like, there's a specific connection to Dee, and I'm interested to see what you believe he feels she thinks about him.
I don't know, really, because like he knows they also have a good close personal relationship, but every time he talks about like in-game scenarios, he's like, "Well, it'll be us and Devins." He never says us and him and Dee don't have like no type of final two. I think he assumes it's Dee and Angela that would choose each other, and maybe he's third, but there's no reason he would think that because obviously it's Devins and Angela. So it's like, I don't know. I think after today, he's pretty pissed at Dee. So I think his perspective has changed a little bit. I just think I wonder if Barrett thinks because at the end everyone takes him.
You know what I think? I think Barrett thinks D will take him to the final two.
There's a world, but it's like the thing. I'm trying to get to his perspective, but it's like a dark place because like it's so idiotic. So it's like, it's how do you think this? But maybe
I think Barrett thinks D will take him to final two. I also think he thinks he will beat D in final two. I think he thinks they're a final two.
Do you think Barrett thinks him and D have a flirt romance?
Yes. Because I mean, right now she's holding his wrist on the feeds. And in this conversation we were just recapping, he is leaving the room, and before he leaves the room, he lays on her. he belly flops down on her.
Scared the fuck out of her too.
And yeah, he makes her yelp. The affection he shows is just awkwardly introduced. It's like they have a conversation. He's about to walk out the room, and before walking out the room, he turns to her and lays on her. It's like, damn. I mean, you finna leave. You got to get up soon. So it's an interesting decision.
Never be Vince.
No shade. So there's that. They also agree in this conversation for her to just be honest and tell Mallory she's going up. So after this, she pulls Mallory up into the room and she says, look, Mallory, I'm gonna just be real. I'm gonna just lay it out. I'm considering you as a renominee. And she's like, it's because Haley and Yash, they wouldn't nominate her. Me and Yash were even. We're tit for tat. He put me up. I put him up. So we're good on that. And he wouldn't nominate me, but Haley would. So I had to look in the mosh pit, and I'm closer to Melody than you. So, hey, we got to move for it. And I was like, wait, but I wouldn't put you up. I wouldn't put you up, Joe. I wouldn't put you up. And he was like, well, who would you put up then? And he was like, I mean, the people not in the mosh pit. It would be Lala, Yash, and Haley. Like, it would be the people not in the mosh pit. He's like, I mean, would you put up Yash? Y'all are pretty close. And Melody's like, yes, I mean, I would. It would be worse for my game to put up someone in the mosh pit. I wouldn't want my game to be messed up. And honestly, I feel like if you put me up, but you'd upset a lot of people. I would. And Dee's like, I mean, hey, it's not about upsetting people. I don't give a fuck. I'll upset everybody, actually.
That is a good mentality to have. Like, I shouldn't give a fuck. But
she was like, I don't care.
This conversation, because Mallory has not thought she was going to be nominated at all. It's not crossed Mallory's mind one bit that she was going to be the renom. And then Dee pulls her and then she's like, I know you've been catching this weird feeling. And you could tell Mallory, so she's like, what the fuck is she talking about?
Right.
She's a weird feeling. She's like, so I'm just going to put it out there. I am concerned. And her face, it's so sad. Like, her face just drops.
It does. And one of these main arguments was that the whole I put you up and I put up Yash and me and Yash were even, but me and you aren't even. So we don't have an even playing field. And you could pick me up because of the reason that I put you up and all of it. It was some bullshit. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I was talking to Lee and we was doing the role play, and I was like, if I was Mallory, like I feel like I could come up with some I feel like I could leave. First of all, I'm not leaving the conversation until she changes her mind. But I'm like, I think I could come up with some stuff to put Haley up on the block. Like Dee and Haley aren't the best of friends at this moment. Like Haley could put you up.
Start lying. Like, if I'm being told I'll be nominated, I have to just lie. Like I'm not getting nominated and go home anyway. So what do I have to lose? Let me just lie on Haley's name. My
thing was because Dee's argument, I can't put up Yash and Haley because me and Yash are even, and you and I have this situation where I put you up and you put me up. I would have been like, I mean, well, that was week 1, but I could swear, like, I want to say week 4, 2 weeks ago, you flipped on Haley. Haley has a big reason to put you up, and that was much more recent than the reason for me to put you up. Plus, we're in the mosh pit. Do you have a named alliance with Haley? I don't believe so. I have way less of a reason to nominate you than Haley does. Haley isn't in alliance with you. You just flipped on her. And last week, Haley was going to evict Angela over Kamu. And she likes Angela way more than she likes you. To think that she wouldn't put you up, I think would be a mistake. She was about to evict Angela 3 days ago. We need to still be focusing on Haley. And I saw her talking to Yash all fucking day. All last week, she was talking to Taylor. The only reason Haley is talking to you this week is because you're HOH. Last week, she wasn't talking to you. She was talking to Taylor. She was talking to Yash. She was talking to Kamu. I think you're going to make a mistake thinking that Haley's with you, but really, she's only just accepting that you're the HOH. Come on, girl.
Also, like, I don't think she says it in the argument with Dee, but she says it later when she's like venting about it. She's like, you're putting me up because I put you up week 1, but you put me up week 1. That's not something I can control. I'm not the reason I went up week 1. That was your decision. She's like, so that's bullshit. Like, it is a bullshit reason. The real reason is just the 4. Like, she just wants the 4. That's too dangerous.
Exactly. And that's the problem.
And I do think Mallory is an amazing target for her. I don't know if she's going about it the right way.
She does not. This is the thing. You need to, and I've been saying this all season. You need to have your nom set favor who your target is the best. The issue with this is that honestly, Mallory could just win the blockbuster in general because she didn't stack the board correctly, in my opinion. And then also Drew Barrett, they're gonna feel a little weird about it. Mallory's gonna feel a little weird about it. Like Drew's already on the block. It's just a icky kind of situation to execute it.
I also think Mallory should have always been the target for her. It's like if Mallory gets out, it's great. I think you could have done Lala Taylor, Mallory initial noms. Mallory, you're the pawn.
Exactly.
You have to be on the block.
Exactly.
We're gonna backdoor Yash. Then you don't backdoor Yash. Then it's like, oh, Mallory, you sniped out of the game on accident. Oops, sorry. But now that you're backdooring her, it feels more like personal, I guess, in a way where it's like, why are two mosh pit members on the block now? You know?
Also, and then also she could have set it up to where Mallory goes regardless in a way. Like in this, well, I guess Mallory goes regardless if she's on the block either. It's just 4-4. It's not that. The issue is that there could be a flip and potentially Mallory's Drew go over Mallory. I mean, it's like if girl for your game, it's the best that Mallory just goes easily, and it would have been much easier to take out Mallory if Melody's on the block next to her or something like that. No shade. Like I just feel like with it being Drew, so many people are like, oh girl, Mallory could stay over Drew. Like I think there's 3 locked votes potentially against Drew if he's on the block next to Mallory. And it's like, girl, all they got to do is tell Haley not to do it, and she might do it. And Haley's male-centered a little bit. Like, it's going to be hard, but it's like, girl.
If it's Mallory versus Drew on the block, there might be 4. Lala, Taylor, Yash, Melody, all should be locked against.
4. It's a tie. Like, girl, you risking it. You risking it. I think she'll be okay because Barrett is so up her ass. He'll never flip. And Haley, I don't think will flip either. But it's like, girl, the potential for it to be that close, it's like, girl, you should have executed this a little bit more smoothly. But
yeah, I don't want Mallory to go, but I wouldn't be mad at a Mallory goes in a 4-4 tie where Melody voted against Drew. I think that's just maybe some good TV. It's like I wouldn't be mad at that.
I'm okay with it too. So after this, Angela comes up and Dee gives her the rundown of everything that has been going on, how Drew and Barrett were talking to Devins and doing and now Mallory's on the block. Like there was a lot that Angela missed, so she gives her the rundown of all of that. No shade. Mallory, meantime, downstairs, she's crying for a while. Angela passes her at a point. She tells her to go advocate for her. Angela goes upstairs and she low-key does start advocating a little bit. And he's like, oh, girl, I'm not going back on that. And Angela's like, oh, you're right. I'm not going to play emotionally. Yeah. That's what it is.
Angela pushes when she really cares, but then sometimes where it's like she just won't push. It's like she's off or on if she's going to push or not.
Yeah, honestly. Barrett consoles Mallory for a while. Talking about bullshit, if I'm being honest. Like Mallory's venting, he's pretending on some of the things. Sometimes I think he's being honest about how he's annoyed that Dee is doing this and she shouldn't be doing this and yada yada yada.
I do think he's annoyed that he's pissed. Like I genuinely do think he's pissed off. Like
it's not that it's a silly thing to be pissed off about, but I feel like it's you gotta, if you put yourself in Dee's shoes, she's like so 100% correct. And Drew and Barrett do talk about that a little bit. They're like, I mean, girl, she's not all the way wrong. Mallory would probably put her up. So it's like, that's true. But it's also like, girl, you really have to understand what it's like to have a bad week. You know, Haley's had a bad week every week. And this is your first time having a bad week. You need to understand how it is.
I do also wonder, because later on in that conversation, when Barrett and Drew were talking, he's like, I've done so much work to make sure Mallory and Dee were good, which you haven't. But like in his perspective, he has. So I wonder if he's like mad at himself. He's like, I haven't played good enough. Like, why is Mallory on the block?
Yeah, you haven't played good at all, if you ask me. Melody comes in. She asks what's going on. Mallory's like, oh, girl, I'm going up. And Melody's like, ooh, I can't do this. She goes upstairs and she's angry. She's in the gym and she's like, I'm so fucking pissed. Her full face is red. Her arms is red. Her hands is red. She's crying. She is frustrated. She is angry. She is annoyed. I'm not going to lie. My immediate conclusion would have been like, oh, Drew and Barrett been do this. Drew and Barrett were a part of this because Melody just walked up on them whispering and they changed the conversation and she clocked it. So I was surprised a little bit when she came downstairs again with Mallory and it was just them talking. And they don't really get to that full conclusion that Drew and Barrett were a part of it. And they don't get that far. And I thought they would have, because not that they were, but they kind of knew about it. No, at least before y'all did.
It's like also production is so messy because she starts screaming and crying. Melody to the DR downstairs. They wanted that shit on TV. They said we need this. So it's going to be in the episode.
Melody does tell Mallory though that they need to be very careful with what they say to Drew and Barrett, because as much as her heart wants to trust them, what the fuck are they doing?
How many times can we recap that conversation before we start skipping it?
I don't know how many times she's going to say this. I will say it's not like this is the thing. There's only so much that they could even tell Drew and Barrett. They're not in another alliance. They're not working with anyone else. They don't really talk that much game. It's only so much they can tell them. And even the itty bitty parts of what they tell them still get out. Even the part of I might put up D still gets back to D. Like, these men are sick, but it's obvious it's getting back. It's obvious why Mallory's on the block. It's obvious why she thinks she put her up. When D told me, if I was Mallory and D told me that she thinks she put me up, I'd be like, Barrett and Drew must be telling them some shit because you already know they have a final five. You already know that Barrett talks to D all the time. Why the fuck would D think I'm putting her up if Barrett talks to her all the time and is advocating for me? That don't make no fucking sense. Girl, they're not thinking. The last conversation I have is Barrett and Drew. And they're rehashing the things that are going on. And Drew's like, we need to maybe somehow try to change the nominations to Haley. And Barry's like, I mean, fuck, I should have. This is when he's like, I should have fought her more on it. And he was like, well, you know what? I did. And Drew's like, but Haley's with us technically. Like, Haley's kind of with us. It'll be 6 of us and 5 of them. And I don't know. Maybe we'll have it. And Drew's like, you know what? We might need to put up Melody and Mallory because it'll actually be 6 versus 4. We have Haley. Haley's with us. So it'll be us, the crossovers, in Haley. So if we win HOH, we might need to actually nominate Melody or Mallory next week.
I'm choosing to ignore how stupid this conversation was because literally the day before, Drew's talking about, even this day, he's talking about we should turn on the icon soon. So I don't. This is stupid.
This man said we have to nominate Melody or Mallory next week because Haley is with us.
Now, I don't know.
Yeah.
I do have another cracked Drake theory. I got a couple of these. I don't know how good. I don't know what my success rate is. Okay. But earlier in the season, I said I think Yosh could be someone's McKenzie. He's far exceeded these expectations. I think Yosh is like a real contender to win the game.
Okay.
Haley is like the obvious choice for the next McKenzie. She's either going home soon or it's like you're gonna just win comps and a better player will use these comp wins, right?
I see.
And I think the obvious person you think that would use these comp wins to their benefit is the icons because they're close to Haley.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a sleeper person who I think could use these comps for their benefit. And they have to be active. And let's be real, this person has not been active. Okay. But she loves Barrett. She does love Barrett. And I wonder, I'm like, could he use these comps? Could he pull in Haley? Like, could he be him? Because she's already had moments where she's hated Dee and Angela. Mm-hmm. She's had moments of it. I don't think it would be hard to convince her to hate them again.
And you know what's crazy? It wouldn't be. And he still wouldn't do it.
The only person I can see that would try is probably Drew. No, it's honestly Yosh. Yosh is the person I see trying.
It's honestly probably Yosh, and Yosh should probably do as much as he can to pull her in, which he's doing pretty good of like not getting renominated, but still trying to talk to Haley here and there. So there you go. In this conversation, Barrett also says that he can't believe Dee's doing this. It blows his mind. I was like, wow, what do you mean you can't believe Dee's doing this? It blows your mind. You're a fan of Survivor. You've seen her season. I don't understand what's not clicking about Dee for him here. I don't know why he's confused that she's doing this. Also, it's an amazing move for herself. So I also don't understand why he's confused.
I think the issue with Barrett is Survivor 45. She's the Reba 4 dominate this season. And they're people remember it's this very loyal group who gets the end. Dee wins because she played the best game out of all of them. Okay. But Dee was only really loyal to Julie and Austin. She was not loyal to Drew, which is funny because the Drew this season. But her and Drew, they were cool, but they both saw each other as like, you're the other one that we gotta get out at some point. Like they saw each other as like that. So she gets Drew the fuck out of the game. She snipes him out. I think he's failing to realize that you're the Drew in this situation. You and Drew are the Drew. Yep. And she has her Austin and she has her Julie. Yeah. She will work with you, but she won't value you. She'll snipe you out when she thinks it's beneficial. She'll also undermine your game the most she can. That's where like Dee's really good at, is she will be loyal to you, but she will undermine you.
Exactly. The entire season.
So it's just like, you got to realize she's working with you, but she's not your number one. Like, she's not going to be loyal to people who aren't her. She has like 2 number ones. Everyone else can kind of fuck off.
Yep, exactly. So he's surprised by that. And this is when him and Drew realized that even though Yosh can't put her up, she could still put him up. And they're like, I mean, we could try to pitch that. They don't, or they haven't yet, I don't believe. So we'll see if they try to pitch that. I think that just doesn't make sense for Dee because she knows they hate him so much that they would try to evict him. Or honestly, they probably wouldn't even do it without her consent. But she would assume a good player would. So she probably just would avoid putting him up altogether, honestly.
Yeah, and like I think that's what we're like. I'd be like Barrett. You had to if I'm Drew because I'm Drew. Like, I'm scared to become the target. But hey, Barrett, go out there and push.
Yeah, it would have
Barrett,
to
go out
be
there,
Barrett.
good.
But Barrett is such a he does not push. He thinks he does. He would go up there, he would say it, D would say no, and he'd say, I mean, you're right, it doesn't make sense for your game at all. Actually, it actually makes most sense to put up Mallory. You're right.
Yeah.
And then he'd be like, damn, I pushed so hard. It's like, girl, no, you didn't. So there we are. Any more thoughts on the day?
Not really. I think just like the more and more I watch feeds, the more and more I just think, yeah, Yash is my front runner to win. I just think Yash is the best player in the house, like by far.
I think so as well. By far as well, probably. Because I think this is a season that's going to be like a 6 to a 4 range of player rating, like overall rating. Yash is the only one who I think could break that threshold at this moment. We'll see how his game ends. But right now, maybe Devon's question.
Devon's, I think, is the argument for it, or like he is a very good player, but I think he's too loyal. Where I think Yash is also very self-interested.
He's very self-interested, trying to get Taylor not to use the veto. It's hilarious, but I love it.
Did you watch the episode today?
I didn't.
They showed him throwing like Drew and Barrett under the bus, saying they were the ones leading.
Yeah,
like, he goes, "I lied. Fuck them."
I saw that. I
like
saw that.
PR.
He was like, "I lied. Oh well, fuck it." And it's like, yes, King.
Like you have to have this attitude. Like, also Yash is great in the DR. He wasn't on the episode for the first half, so it's like now we're getting it. Like Yash to me is the standout of the season from like a character and player perspective.
I love him. He's someone who I'm like all-star. You know, I was like, okay, who might be an all-star? The fact that I know, or I'm assuming that he's gonna make it a deep run, especially now that the icons feel required to not take him out, which is such a clutch move for honestly even him. I was saying like the deal. I don't hate the deal. I really don't hate the deal. I feel like there's a world where you can use this as the excuse to Jag them / Mackenzie Chelsea them / Cody Calafiore / just win all the comps at the end. If you don't win HOH, you always have the argument, I literally cannot nominate you until he's required to, and then that's when you win Final 5 HOH, Final 4 veto, and Final 3 HOH, and you win the game. Like, he could just win the game off of this one deal.
Yeah, and honestly, if he does win HOH, Drew and Barrett, they can go. They're not good for either.
Exactly.
It's like every time one icon wins, you should be locked safe if you play the cards right. Like, it's a weird thing is obviously he needs to get the icons out, but I'm like, fuck, if he's at the end of D and Angela, that's not the worst thing in the world
just
for
win
him.
The comps, baby.
Yeah. He's by far, from what I've seen, the best icon competitor in the house.
Yeah, 100%. Ciao. All right, y'all, get into the other stuff we have going on. Of course, join the Patreon. We're live every single Thursday. This Thursday is going to be the 1000th episode, so it'll be the fun one. We also have some Sunday stuff coming up, some Kingdom's Choice. You guys were voting, so definitely get into that. Also, join the Discord. Of course, we're in there every single day, live. Mallory right now. You could also send in a question for Model Morgue if you would like, because I will be speaking with Model Morgue tomorrow for the after show, so definitely get into that for that as well. Also, get into the bracketology. I took a risk. I chose Yash. I chose Lala. I chose Taylor. When Taylor wins the blockbuster, bro, Drake, where are you at? Because I'm going to catch up to you.
I'm third. It's not looking good for me.
Okay, who'd you choose?
I chose Taylor, Drew, and Mallory.
Okay.
Those are three. Those are about to be three noms.
Yeah, so this is the theme. I already told you how I was 50 because I missed week 2 and it brought me down so low, right? Bitch, I've been training and focusing. I'm at 25 now. I'm 25 now. And I have a great team this week. And I think I still feel like I could win, even with missing a week. If I had not missed that week, you hoes would be in the ground.
You would be up there with us. You would. I think Mass Pluto, and I forget who was second. Their name has something tribal in it. They're top 2 by a lot. They're beating me by quite a bit. So it's like, how the fuck did they get up here? What did they pick?
I'm gonna catch them. You have to be bold with your decision because it made no sense to choose Yash, Taylor, and Lala. It made no sense, and I was like, that's exactly why I need to do it.
I thought I was being bold, and I was being bold because one of them was going home.
Yeah.
I was in my mind. I thought Mallory was winning HOH from the icons, or Taylor was winning HOH, and I was like, Drew gets 3 times. I was like, when I picked it, I was like, Drew's gonna win something because I knew he was the lead in the vote, so that's why I picked him.
I thought Lala was gonna win HOH if I'm being honest, but she won veto. Even better. Well, not even better, but still fun. Well, maybe even better because don't you get points for vetoing yourself off the block and for winning the comp and for outlasting people? Like, honestly,
she's gonna get hella points.
I actually get hella points. Vote for one of these 10 shows for the reality rewind. Y'all, I actually haven't counted the votes, but I also know that you guys aren't executing your right to vote because I think there's only 200 votes and there's 600 of you here. And all 600 of you don't subscribe either. Please go to the YouTube and subscribe. You should be subscribed if you're using our voices.
Vote Whodunit, Total Drama, Plathville, you know, vote one of the big three. Flavor of Love, big four.
I know, that's right. Thank you.
Also, someone asked, I didn't watch the episode, how close is Mallory to winning? She was so close that she goes home, it's her fault. It's genuinely, she definitely just like slows down at the very end. Like Mallory, she didn't get the DR saying she threw because like they gave that DR to Drew and they gave the DR to Barrett. But she's like, yeah, you know, and not winning this, like I'm not even that mad. It's like, how the fuck did you throw this competition?
Why did she throw this competition? If she wins this competition, do you know how set up she is for the end game? Drew and Barrett are still loyal to her. Hold on, let me finish this out. Join the schedule or get into the schedule. We have a lot of other stuff going on, and then get into the BB schedule. There was 4 BB podcasts today. We had the game review. We had the historical
look back.
We had the episode recap. We had the unlocked recap, and we're here live right now. So definitely get into the Big Brother content every motherfucking day. Period. And let's get into these feeds. Well, actually, let me finish what I was saying. This girl, if she would have won the HOH and she put up all 3 of the icons, who won the veto? Lala. If Lala plays the veto, mind you, she could have just won the veto herself, Mallory. This was a very physical, like, veto situation that we had going on. And even if not, if Lala just so happened plays again, boom, the nominations stay locked in. Angela, Devins, and Dee are all still nominated. One of them is going home. One of them is literally going home this week. And you have Drew and Barrett, and you have Taylor, Lala, and Yash all prioritizing you over so many other people. Taylor, Lala, and Yash would still target Drew, Barrett, Devins over you, and probably even Melody. They like her so much. She would be in the center of the game on the way to win. The only people who would be targeting Mallory are Haley and probably Devins and Angela, whichever one of them stays. And that's the potential issue. But at this point, you stay with the vote, girl. You don't. Who's evicting you
right now? But
Mallory evicted right now.
This is the thing. Last week, Mallory was the number 1 player on the player ranking.
She was. I gave her a 7.
And it wasn't for strategic purposes. It was pure social likability. If she wins this HOH, she would have been in the best spot of the game by far.
She would have tore it.
She would have taken out the icons. They would have gone after her. They still have other shit to deal with. And then she might have got $5,000 out of it. But she could have repair her bonds with Lala, Taylor, and Yash. They would have forgiven you immediately because you just put up the fucking icons. Drew and Barrett had to be loyal to you said, if she's like how on to Haley for no reason. Do it. Why not? So easy.
Poor baby. Let me send the link to the girls.
And like when she was crying, I felt so bad for her.
Did you?
On a human level, I felt bad for her. But I was
even as a human,
I was like, she threw HOH. I was like, she threw HOH. This is
I'm a tough love type of dude. Like my kid's gonna hate me because I'm the type that I understand why you crying. What's wrong, baby? Let me know what you're saying. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna be your ear. I'm gonna give you, but I'm not gonna give you the emotional response. I'm probably gonna give you advice. I'm gonna be like, well, I'm not gonna lie, Mallory, you could have won the HOH. You're right there.
She's in the middle of crying. It's like, why'd you throw this? She's like, what the fuck are you talking about? You bringing this up?
No shade. Like, it's not the time to bring it up, but I'm gonna bring it. Like, I'm one of them. Like, I'm trying to reason with you, and people hate that. They really do, and I should.
Yeah, I think that's like my work, and like I'm around like a lot of kids who are very emotional, even like adults who are very emotional. I feel like I'm very empathetic, so I'd be like, let's talk about this. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I would want to like help calm them down.
Yeah,
let's get all the emotions out right now. You gonna be making some food? Let me go get you a snack. That's why every time someone gets like uncomfortable, like if they're crying at work, I know what to do. I'm like, you want me to get you a pack of Oreos?
Mm-hmm.
That's my go-to. We go get you those Oreos.
I will say I'm much better with people whom I like. Well, with my friends, I'm very stern, but like when I had a partner, I was way more like empathetic with my partner. And not that I don't understand and I'm not empathetic. I'm just like, I'm empathetic, but I'm gonna still approach it in a more like, girl, well, what did you do type of way. But with my partner, I was much more like,
I also think like someone getting nominated and being sad about that, I think I'd be better comforted them. But it's like you're being sad because like you made a bad game move. I'd be like, well, you know, this is maybe your fault. This is like, I think that if it's something I feel like it's genuinely their fault, I would probably give them tough love. But I think when I'm like, you just got backdoored or like blindsided, I could be more empathetic.
Yeah, I might be pissed with you. No shame.
Why did Drew walk in the room and be like, just heard the good news?
That pissed. Oh my god! I said I was literally on the phone with Lee, and I was like, if Drew would have to get the fuck out my face. Drew would have to get the fuck out my face. Shut up. God damn.
Oh, he knows about this. I mean, he was aware. He actually pushed it. That's what I was like. He pushed this. This was his agenda.
Yeah, he would have had to shut the fuck up before I made him shut up. Like, please stop talking to me.
Let me go through these update accounts. Anything happen?
That's what I'm looking at. No shame. Drew talking about they're going to win the blockbuster. She doesn't care.
Drew said, "Are you going to sleep on it, or are you for sure doing it?" She said, "I'm for sure doing it." Okay.
I know that's right. Drew and Melly will be in touching that. Barry telling D that Melody's more upset with her than he thought. That's not good for him. He needs to shut up. Yeah, he said Barrett told D there's no relationship with Mallory, there's no relationship with Melody. That's two numbers that would go to Yash, Taylor, and Lala. Is this supposed to help her not put up Mallory?
Why? No, because you know how earlier Melody had that thing where she's like, Drew thinks I have a crush on him.
Yeah.
I'm about to send you something.
Girl, I know it's not going to be him picking her up and twirling her around and then him laying on her.
It's something similar.
That's crazy.
It's like, you can't be doing this and then think people, why do people think
be confused why somebody would think that? Like, girl.
She'd probably be asking the DR while they're so close, and she'd be confused as fuck. This is right after she said maybe we shouldn't trust Drew.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, girl. The vote gonna shift to Drew real quick. Apparently, D made the comment that Drew was more pissed with the move than Devins was. I mean, Drew was more pissed with the move than Barrett was, and it's like, is that true? I don't think it's true, but it seems like it.
Probably because I think he's more mad about like
he's already known. Yeah. Girl, let me watch this video. Oh, brother. You know what's crazy? Y'all walked in, they didn't even jump and move.
There's another one too I'm about to send you.
They was just comfortable. That's crazy.
There's a long ass update. We was yapping. What would you rank the Royal Court like yappers?
You're number one.
What?
You're number one.
I thought Josiane was number one, to be honest.
Josiane is number one. One thing about Josiane, she got a point to say. She gonna get it out, honey. I love it. Let me start from the bottom. Who doesn't talk enough? Because I feel like that's easier to see. Like, where you at, girl? Or like people who just be waiting their turn. Real cute, real demure. Honestly, everybody kind of a yapper. I'm not gonna lie.
Although we got hired, we was probably in that fucking interview going crazy.
Yeah, everybody got something to say. No shade. No shade. I think Mira is like pretty demure. Mira, like, she says what she has to say, real cute, real quick. She moves forward.
But put Josie at number one. That's the top three. I don't think on top.
Oh, Dave is a motherfucking Dave. Dave and K Lover, they do love to talk.
Yeah,
that is true. D loves to talk, but D be mumbling sometimes. But he still be trying to talk.
Wait. I'll try to but I don't think I yap that much. I think Lavetta thinks I yap that much because she on Twitch streams I'll be yapping a lot, but you gotta yap over there, you know. I also think I yap a lot when it's like when it's only us two, you know.
Yeah, that's valid.
I think like 4 of us, I'm more quiet.
Whenever there's 2 people, it's much more room to like. Yeah, girl, I'm so sorry. You're not gay, but I'm gonna tell you anyways. There's this. I was not gonna watch. I wanted to watch a movie today, and I was like, I'm not gonna go watch Insidious. Who gives a fuck? And now I keep seeing like thirst traps of the main character, and now I think I'm literally gonna watch it because the main character is hot, but he's a guy.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm straight, but I can admit when a dude's hot.
I know, but something is wrong with that, isn't it?
Drake does, yeah.
Gay is a sin.
No, it's not. Don't be a comma. Drake be trying to move along to the channel. I do be trying to move it on. I really do be trying.
No, that should be sending me. No, because on the challenge podcast, now that's a time where everybody ready to talk. Everybody got something to say on the challenge podcast. Challenges is fun because it's messy. You know, it's a messy situation.
It's also fun because it's the messy. We're talking about messy topics, and D doesn't want to talk about the messy topics.
he want to talk about everything. My thing is, you can't. It's impossible. It's ingrained into the what's it called?
He said,
Like the game. It's ingrained
he
into
said,
the
I don't
game.
like the relationship drama. I'm like, you don't like the relationship drama?
That is part
That's the
of
whole
the show. It's
show.
literally part of the show. You might as well not be there, baby. And yes, the fuck he does. He's such a liar. He has
likes the
has
messiness.
opinions on it.
He loves the messiness. Don't let him fool you.
Yeah.
I watched the MasterChef pods. There's a little messiness over there.
Bro, WWE is so good right now. You're missing it.
No, today I woke up and I saw y'all live. I could up on, but maybe not.
It was too. It was real early, bro. But you're missing it. I'm telling you. Hold on. I'm telling you, you're missing it, man. It's so good.
This is one time I was like, someone was searching my social media.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you know, Triple H like is the one who books the WWE and like he runs it.
Yeah.
They flagged that I had an Instagram story telling Triple H to kill himself. They said you should delete this.
Oh,
it pissed me off over WWE. I was so pissed, bro. Like I was so pissed that some.
Wait, what did he do?
He booked someone to lose. I forgot who it was.
Okay.
He had someone lose, and I was pissed.
I
think it was Javon Evans. Javon Evans lost over like Jey Uso, and I was pissed.
Bro, okay, so right now, you know Big Cass, right?
Yeah.
Right now, the storyline with Javon Evans is that like Big Cass is coming, and he's just like after every time Javon Evans has a match, he just comes out and he like just kicks him. He's like basically fucking picking with him. He's like picking on him every time he has a match. And like at first it's like, oh, okay, they set some shit up. When I tell you it's been 3 weeks in a row of him just coming out, kicking this man to the ground and then leaving, I'm like, okay, y'all need to do something quick.
Yeah. Sometimes when they don't know what to do, they're like, let's do the same thing again and see if anyone reacts.
Like, what the fuck? And then it wasn't just, it's the fact that like half of SmackDown was just rematches of the exact same matches that were last week. I'm like, oh, you bitches need to figure something out.
Right I don't know who runs each thing. Like, I don't know if it's a different person from Raw and SmackDown, but the way Raw is so much better than SmackDown is so. It
is so like SmackDown was 4 of the same things back to back to back. Raw was an extension of everything. I was like, okay, Raw is just so much better. Like SmackDown was doing good too. I was like, okay, SmackDown, this is good. It
used to be SmackDown was better. Like a couple years ago, SmackDown was so much better. Now it's like a difference, like worse. It's like, damn, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, I was like,
NXT.
I haven't, but I do want to, honestly. When Big Brother's over, I'm gonna start watching. There's this hot guy that they keep showing. Oh my god, I'm a whore. Is it hot? Is that all it is?
I don't know. Sometimes I watch the girls when they're hot. I don't say it out loud.
That's real.
I got my crushes over there.
That's what I tell people all the time. Like, I'm like, am I weird or do I just say the things that everyone's thinking and they don't want to say it? Like,
I don't think you can watch WWE and not have a crush. It's just a ton of hot people like fighting.
It's such a horny show. And it's meant to be so. Like, that's why they're naked. Not naked, but you know. That's why they dress like that. They dress sexually on purpose.
Tess said, they talking about golf or something? I don't know if we're talking about us or the feeds. I had these feeds muted as soon as there's nothing going on.
We are not talking about golf. So I hope you're not fucking us. We could be. Should we?
Golf channel.
The Golf Kingdom?
They had a golf thing in Louisville. I guess like one of like their big golf things was golf, and I was like, this shit. I was like, who would be watching golf? One of the only memories I have of my dad is him playing golf.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I don't remember if it was good or not. I just remember I was there.
Oh, that's right. How old was you?
About 3.
Oh, that's right. But. Girl, I don't know why I was going to ask. I was going to say, is your dad black?
Yes.
He's totally not, but
my dad's black, guys.
I don't know why in my mind I thought about that.
According to I don't know. My dad is white, but you ever like my dad would tell me he's Native American, but I think that's what like white people say so they sound cool. I don't think he's actually Native American.
Black people say it too. Everybody says that to sound cool. It's not cool. I mean, it's not cool, but it's just like
no way all of us here are Native American.
Like y'all all lying. Like I'm assuming like how because black people, well, I don't know if you know this, but like when black people do their ancestry, they always have like white heritage because we were raped by the slave owners. Mm-hmm. But I think there's a potential for Native to be in some people, but it's just they weren't as overbearing as like white people raping black people and all of that. Like it's not gonna be in everybody's fucking heritage, bitch. Like please.
I will say I have a My last name, like apparently he told me my dad did drugs, so he could be lying to me. But
Mhm.
he told us that everyone of our last name is related and they were like a clan. They were like, and I did research on it.
Ku
Not clan,
Klux?
a tribe. But they're
Oh no!
but
You just
not,
accidentally said clan. Even worse.
but like I think he said clan, but I think he meant tribe. Because they weren't like when I did some research, they weren't like Native American, but they were like a group of people. There was a group of white people who like thought they were Native American, so they were like they chose that lifestyle, but they weren't actually. That makes it like they chose the lifestyle of Native Americans, but they weren't Native American.
Yeah. Okay. I was just making sure.
Research. Yeah, my uncle though. Shout out to fucking, but like he would just lie. He would see that statue right there. That's your great granddaddy.
Mm-mm.
That's not my great. Who the fuck is this?
He was one of those, daddy. Yeah, that's what people do sometimes. I'll fuck with it a little bit.
Argentina, what do y'all mean? I should do an ancestry test. I actually have no idea what I am.
You should. I should do one too. I feel like they'd be $100, and then we be giving. I don't give a fuck about the whole we giving our shit to the government of it all. I'm not gonna lie, because I feel like they already got it. Like, ain't no way the government don't got my blood work, baby.
They'd be taking it at birth.
Like, they got that at birth. Like, I'm so not worried. And I feel like people don't be thinking, because if you think the government's gonna take your blood, why don't you think they would have done it by now? You think they're waiting for you to take the ancestry to do it? Like what?
I don't know what my shit. I got the red beard.
You do got the red beard, but that just means like what?
Irish or Scottish? I think I'm Scottish.
I don't know what Scottish is.
It's Scotland. Maybe Scotland.
Scotland.
It all. I know my mom's side has German in them. I do know that.
Okay, that's cool. What's with that? I fuck with that.
I do know my great grandpa was adopted, so he knows nothing about his family.
Interesting. So I don't have a great grandpa.
I met my great grandmother.
Really? 3 greats?
Yeah, because my family's really young. My mom had me at 20, but my grandma had her at 16, and her mom had her at like 15.
Interesting. I met mine as well, but I was so like there's meet loosely because I was like what -1. Oh, I can't be negative. I was like 0. I was so young.
They said, Pharaoh, what you eating now?
I'm gonna make some shrimp Alfredo, potentially.
Crazy how people do ancestries and learn that there's serial killers. They have to relate to serial killers. That would be Asians relate to a serial killer. It's a good 2 truths and 1 lie to have.
That is a good 2 truths and 1 lie.
I used to do that game and do 3 lies. No one can tell me anything.
Ooh. I haven't been a fan of that game, honestly. Because I never feel like I have enough interesting things, but then again, that's just me undermining like facts about myself. It's more interesting than I think, probably.
You could say like you have one of the biggest reality TV podcasts.
Is that true?
I think so. How many are there?
There's not too many.
You gotta be top 10.
Yeah, I usually say I'm a podcaster. That's one of them. And then I'll say like, I don't know what else I'll say, honestly.
Ashley's never eaten a burger.
Oh yeah, I don't like burgers, but it's not that I've never eaten one. I just don't like them. So I don't feel like that's a good fact either.
Melody and telling Mallory that she has her vote next to Drew and that Drew would go home and then cuddling with him in the storage room is so diabolical. She's lying to one of these fuckers. And I don't think she knows who it is.
She does not know who it is. She's just hoping that doesn't happen.
She is praying.
It should so honestly, not even it should so. I'm certain she would actually save Mallory in that situation. But that's the thing, like Mallory's gonna go home anyways, girl. You don't have a vote.
Yeah. How do you think Drew and Barrett? Because Drew and Barrett are already like pissed off about this move. But she pushes for Mallory to go. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't think they're gonna push back, but I don't think they're gonna do it. I think they don't have the votes anyway. But like
they don't have the votes. They're not gonna push back. Oh well, they do have the votes, don't they?
You need 4 to go home for a tie. If it's Mallory versus Taylor, Angela Devins, Lala Yash.
Got you.
They would have to push back and actively convince them it's not a good idea. And I think the more and more they push, the more and more they would be mad and not do it.
Yeah.
They would have to pray that Dee and Angela Devins wake up on a Thursday morning and say, actually, Taylor needs to go.
Yep.
Taylor.
Yep. The best thing I think they could do is like come up with a reason why Taylor should go, not come up with a reason why Mallory should stay. I think you should make Taylor seem more threatening. But Taylor just simply isn't threatening right now, especially this week after she's like not really playing. She's having a bad time, like she's arguing with people. Like this isn't.
She becomes so much less threatening when after Convo goes. Like that whole like I think even like when Mallory goes, like Fap is probably gonna become so much more less threatening, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Convo going was such a bad move for specifically Drew.
I still disagree.
You really do?
I think have to. Kamu was not going to prioritize him in the game. I think what he messed. I think taking out Kamu was the right move. I just think the way he handled the fallout of it all and like preparing that move was bad. I think he should have had built his relationships. He should have like set up like Yash and like, hey, I'm going to do this. This is why. Mm-hmm. I know it's scary to do because of the blockbuster, but Kamu was already not fucking with him. So what do you have to lose if Kamu finds out? He still has other stuff to deal with.
You're so crazy. Haley going would be tremendously better for his game than Kamu going.
I just
like even just immediately thinking about this week. Like if it was Kamala instead of Haley, none of this would be a problem right now.
I just think I was thinking of my perspective. I don't think I'll be someone who could win comps. I think Drew does seem confident enough to win comps, so maybe getting Haley out is good. I think if I'm me, I would get out the comp piece who's good at the game. You know, that's how I would always view the game.
My thing is, if you can't beat Kamu, can you beat Haley? Like she's not. I think they are both competent at comps, and you achieve a little bit of the goal either way. And then also the fact that Kamu lost Blockbuster is an indicator that he's beatable as well. Yeah, I'm gonna stick to that point too.
I do see the argument. I just think I would always be worried. Like, I think I don't know if I could live with myself if I voted out Kamu and he won the game. If I didn't vote out Kamu, you know?
That's real.
It's like the Jag and Red of it all, where you voted out Red and the Jag wins every single comp for the rest of the season.
And I do genuinely see the comp beast concern. I would be trying my hardest. This is the real problem. The real problem is Drew and Barrett took no initiative in the first 4 weeks of the game. Those are the weeks in the game that I am extremely advocating for a comp beast to go, regardless of who that might be. No shade, Yash being here is also a problem. Like they're worried about Kamu, and I think Yash is even better at comps than Kamu is. The truth is that they could have tried to get Yash out a long time ago as well, back when Kamu was winning HOHs and Haley was winning HOHs and Devins was winning HOHs. It's like, if you're going to be worried about compies, you should have been worried about compies. Don't try to be worried about it the one time you low-key need the compies to stay, because if you do it, you're going to be targeted. Drew could go home this week.
Yeah, I also think part of it for me is the Kamu and Yash were so close. That would be like that. Like, if Kamu was like a comp who's on his own, I think I would drop him. The fact that him and Yash have a final two, and like everyone kind of knows about, like they're like that's them. That's like too terrifying to me. I can't.
Yeah, I understand. I also feel like Drew had the potential to be Kamu's Yash. Also, Kamu is smart enough to know that Yash is I don't know if Drew knew this, but from my perspective, Kamu is smart enough to know that he could lose final two to Yash, and that he might have a better chance. I could see a world where Kamu takes Drew to final two all the way, and he wins the game by using the comp beast as well. It's just, I think there was methods, but you know, I'm not gonna be too. I really do understand where you're coming from.
I do think it's a valid argument. There is like, I see why there's an argument. I always think of my perspective. Like I always think of just like my archetype. Like I think just after BB25, I would never let two bros who are good at comps. Like I have to get it. I have to do it. You know.
Yeah, but this is my thing. Was it the two bros, or was it Bowie Jane and the bro?
It was Bowie Jane,
and that's the problem, because it's like you're saying that. I mean, he was next to Haley. Haley could also be Mackenzie at a point. Like she's not eating it up.
She'll be Mackenzie for Drew. Let me stop.
She's not eating up. She's not eating it up. But it's like you have the better connection to Kamu, and both of them are decently okay at comp from what we've seen so far. Take the better connection.
The way no one wants to join this live.
Or be Chelsea to girl, they hate us. No, not even this one. It's been the last three. Like, people are just getting over the season.
They don't like it when it's me.
No, that's not true. People are just getting over the season. We have to wait for Cass to wake up, if anything.
Yeah, y'all. This is like some behind the scenes. We did like an anonymous ranking of ranking your favorite Royal Court members, and I was last for everyone. It was really. Let me stop.
You're lying.
Go just play.
We could do that though.
We should never do that. That is too messy.
Let's really see the truth. You brought it up.
You would be last.
I would be first. I've been here the longest.
Razors for them.
I have seniority.
Seniority.
Shout out to Taylor for joining the chat. I know she'd be thinking we'd be talking about Unlock sometimes, girl. We don't be.
Unlock's been good this year. I didn't get to watch all Unlock. I was doing a podcast, but like Unlock has been so good this year.
Unlock has been so good this year. It truly feels unlocked. They're finding the thing. I really don't hate it. People were mad that they did the whole poopy butt of the week, and it was Josh. I also disagree. I think him taking the 5K was potentially. I think it's a good short-term move for sure, and then even potentially a good long-term move if he plays it right. So I didn't hate it.
Yeah, I think they were like, I don't think I can make some. You were the worst player last week because of what's it called? Yeah, like who would have I given it to? Honestly, I would have given it to D.
I was thinking the same thing. Like dead ass.
Do you think production likes D?
Yes.
I don't think they do. You haven't watched the episode yet. They don't like D.
I think production. I won't say I think production likes D. I think production understands that D could be a winner. I don't know that they like her. And same with like Kamu. Like people whom they think could win the game, I think they are careful about not doing the thing back. But what they do in episodes?
They just kind of like drag it. Like everything. Like I don't know how to explain it, but I just think like the whole Yash situation. They like praise Yash for all of it, you know.
As they said.
And like her even putting up Drew that they make it look dumb from her, which it is.
It is.
I think they like Angela. They love Devins. I don't think they give a fuck about it. I think every time they need to dunk on the icons, D is who they go to.
I mean, that's sensible.
Yeah, because she's playing the worst.
Yeah. Dang, I kind of need like some cheese.
The way Angela's playing the most oftenly.
She is like, I've never like hated her game the way I've kind of like trashed on D's and even Devins. Because I also feel like she's.
Thank you, buddy. I love you guys. We love you too. Buddy. Thank you. Buddy be in here a lot.
Buddy do be in here a lot. Big shout out to Buddy. You bitches not doing it like Buddy.
The people who are in here right now are the people that's like always in here. You know?
That's true.
If you're watching Big Brother 28 podcast at this moment.
If you're on day 40. Oh, someone clarified it's 84 days. So what's 84 minus 48? Are you a math guy?
No.
I am, but not from my head.
84 minus what?
48.
36.
36 more days. I can do that.
I'm not a math guy, but I was really good at like graphs. Like the part of school where it's like, here's a graph, what does this mean? Or like I was really good at that shit. But I think it was just easy. I don't know. I'm really good like writing, like maybe not grammar, but like just like creative writing was like probably my best subject. And history. I was very good at history.
Okay, cool.
I used to. I'm like a nerd, but I used to do like all my football team's homework. Not my homework, their classwork.
Oh, that is kind of nerdy, but in a good way.
We had a team, and I needed to make sure the best players were there on Thursday.
Yeah, no, that's smart. Wait, what was your position?
Offensive line. I did like a couple of practices at tight end, but then I got hurt, and I said, you know what, I'm retiring. Never happening again, actually.
I know that's right.
I don't want Mallory to leave, y'all.
You don't?
No, but like it's poetic if she leaves because like what's it called? Like she threw the HOH. You know?
Yeah.
The thing that's the least poetic is Taylor leaving, and that's why I don't see it happening because it just wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't really feel right.
And sometimes Big Brother doesn't feel right, but it just doesn't. It's not Cope. I just like story wise, it has to be Drew or Mallory.
It has to be Drew or Mallory. It has to be. I genuinely do think they'll settle on like honestly, Drew can go if Mallory doesn't. If Mallory wins the thing, I could also see it being a competition where Taylor just wins, like a attention to detail comp.
This is Mallory blindsided on Thursday. That's so fucking.
Oh my
That's
god.
That's
This Mallory
sick.
evicted live.
She should say that. Drake Substack. I have a Substack. I don't use it. I did download one.
Should I put broccoli or spinach in my Alfredo?
Ooh, I love spinach.
Me too. I'm gonna do the spinach.
I love spinach. I love green stuff like spinach, broccoli, Brussels sprouts. Those are my 3 go-tos.
Come on, green stuff.
I need to start cooking more.
Yeah, you do.
I think when I got my own place, I'm gonna start meal prepping. I think it's just hard. Like I'm in the process of that. I think it's just hard when what's it called? Like living at home with my mom is like if I want to meal prep a big dinner, it's like I don't want to take up the kitchen. She's like, I gotta cook my dinner. Like,
you better turn into Lala.
I used up all our carrots. Stop.
You better turn to Lala. Start taking that kitchen up. Girl.
No, I think someone else would hate me because I am not above being like, hey, I know you like cooking for the house. Don't fucking do that no more.
Yeah, I'm very. Oh, is this expired? Uh-oh. I'm very much so. Excuse me. I actually want to come in the kitchen. Thank you. Love you, mamas. You just gotta be stern. I think that's why like D is effective sometimes. Like stern people are effective. Just be stern. Put your foot on the floor. If you want to be in the kitchen, be in the kitchen. Like I hate a bitch who want to be in the kitchen and they're like, oh, she's hogging the kitchen up. Bitch, go in the kitchen. Take up space. People don't want to take up space. You gotta take up some space sometimes, child. Especially like after being in there for 7 weeks. Like I get it at the beginning. Oh, let me be cute and da da da. I genuinely understand that. Once you get in there and you're in there for 6 weeks and you know how Lala is, at a point you just gotta be like, okay, Lala girl.
Especially if I'm like cool with Lala personally.
Right. Like
Lala, like say if I want something like what's a regular random? Say if I want broccoli, like I want to make broccoli for something. Lala, don't put broccoli in this, please. Like I just want to make like I love that you cook, but I just have something I specifically want right now. Like I'm just craving this specific thing. You don't want to make it for dinner, please.
Right.
Like let me get this at some point.
Right.
Like, let me make it by myself.
And if I'm hungry, I need to eat. And Lala taking up 3 of the aisles, I'm gonna be like, Lala, I'm taking up the 3rd aisle. I don't know what you gonna do, baby. As soon as you take that off, I'm going in there. So, well, I'm trying to cook the dinner. Well, baby, I'm hungry. I haven't ate all day. I'll make it for you, baby. No, it's okay. Like, you just gotta be stern. You make your own shit, do your own shit. Oh, I'm putting a hella seasoning in this.
Like I just, even if it's like I don't know, you gotta be stern sometimes. You just way to be stern and not be rude.
Yeah, exactly.
I just you gotta be real. Gotta be real sometimes.
You do,
especially about non-game shit. Like I just really want to make my food right now. Like
honestly.
If they had a vote right now between Taylor and Drew, I think the votes would fall. D can't vote. Drew and Taylor right now. Drew stays because it'd be Fap, Melody, Mallory Barrett, D, Angela Devins. That's 5 votes to stay, and Haley probably votes for him to stay too.
Yeah.
At this point, Haley's blowing out Taylor no matter what.
She is.
Like D will probably tell her what to do and she'll do it, but like she would want to vote Taylor out no matter what.
Yeah. Taylor definitely like scrambled up her relationships this week, which could help because it gives incentive to keep her. But like obviously it's not good long term. But I think Taylor's like she's ready to just bow out. She's annoyed, she's over it. And I hate that for her, but
I just feel so bad for her. It's like damn. Oh, I didn't see that in the episode, but like in the DR, apparently she was like crying because she's like, I had to tell Lala to like not be herself for game.
Yeah, I saw
crying
that.
In the DR, my damn, that's sad.
It is sad. I saw that.
That did a 2-hour episode. They didn't tease what the twist was on Thursday.
Yeah, I'm like, they must want it to. Okay, there is a twist, but they also are taking up moments for the vote we did, right? So I'm like, if we're gonna have to take up time for that vote, what's gonna be the time for the twist? You feel me?
Yeah, I don't know who's gonna be there. I think Dan's gonna be there.
Did he win a vote?
Even if he didn't, he's been like talking about Big Brother a lot on Twitter. It makes me think they told him to watch the season.
Gotcha.
All this episode. Paul hosted the comp. I swear not a single person talked about that shit on feeds. I don't hear no story about Paul hosting this comp.
I didn't hear anything about. I will say the only person who knew who he was Angela.
Drew and Barrett would know who he is.
At this point, I don't trust anything about Drew or Barrett.
Barrett might be the biggest super fan in the history of the show, and that's why he's more disappointing.
That would be crazy.
He says he's been watching feed since BB10.
I don't consider Superfan knowing fun facts because not that this applies to Barry, but you remember Ian. Ian like knew every order of every eviction, and I'm like, that kind of doesn't mean anything to me. Like that doesn't mean you're a Superman.
I think like watching the feeds makes me think you're a super. Like Barrett's saying he's watched Keisha's birthday on live. I'm like, you have to be one of the big super fans to ever play this game. You watch Keisha's birthday on live feeds, like
yeah,
you have a pocket. I'm like, you have to be
a big fan. I believe it.
Who are the other like? I guess Steve. Like Steve doesn't keep up no more, but at the time, Steve was like one of the biggest super fans.
Yeah,
Big Meech.
Yeah, but I think that's kind of my thing. Being a super fan doesn't mean as much as it feels like it should, and I think that's
it doesn't. It just makes me more disappointed when you flop.
It does. That's all it does.
When was Angela evicted her season? Did she pass her previous eviction week on this season yet? If so, is her new strategy plan? Thanks for $5, buddy. A real one. She was evicted in the double in 6th place, but she's definitely playing much better than her original season.
So that was week 10? Question mark.
Something like that. I can look it up real quick. Because it's the double. I see you only had one double.
Oh, that sucks.
That long ass season.
I hated one double last season.
Yeah, week 10. Yeah.
Oh, I ate that.
You did.
Okay. So she needs to make it past week 10. What week is this? 8 or 7?
7. So she might do it. She's on pace to do it. If Angela goes, like I thought last week was a chance for Angela to go, but now I'm just like, I don't. After she has survived that, I'm like, she's just safe for a while.
Yeah.
She would have to fuck up to go. The only thing she ever did wrong in this game so far, well, 2 things. One, telling Melody and Mallory that there was a 5-person alliance, basically, and then that fight with Haley, but she's kind of recovered from it since. But the fight with Haley was really bad.
It was
because like Haley was like her golden ticket to a win.
She was. Okay. Let's put this in here.
Should Angela want Mallory out?
Someone asked that.
I don't know.
I don't think it matters that much, does it? Who's the alternative?
Melody? Like, you gotta take someone out from the 4. And you're Angela. Melody.
Nah.
Melody takes up her spot of getting dragged to the final 2. Respectfully.
Okay. I see it.
Like, it brings Drew closer to her.
I kind of think she should want Drew out. Am I crazy?
No.
Because the reason is because I think Melody and Mallory would want her over Devins and D. See, I don't know. Maybe for D.
You're cutting out a bit.
Yeah, I'm back. That was crazy.
I just saw a tweet.
No, I'm actually myself.
It said, I know why Melody's in a 2-year situationship because she obviously likes everything complicated and messy. It's her cuddling, like hugging Drew like that. Ain't nothing wrong with a 2-year situationship. What is classified as a situationship?
I don't know about that.
Chat, could you educate us as people who've never been in a situationship? Pharaoh again left.
Drake, Pharaoh, I don't like how you was trying to call me a cheater.
That's not situationship is not cheating. But I wouldn't know. I don't know what situationship is. But from my understanding, situationship is
I don't know. I don't know. It sounded like you was trying to call me a cheater just then. But I guess I'm gonna let you have it.
I'll never forget that MasterChef podcast when I got sent that clip. Yeah.
Wait, which one? I wasn't calling you anything in that. clip?
Everyone called everyone a cheater in that clip. That's an all-time podcast.
Everyone called everyone a cheater.
I will never forget when D said my name first with so much happiness and joy in his voice. He's never been that happy on a podcast a day in his life. We all know Drake cheats.
Who's the cheaters? We all know Drake cheats.
They said me and K Love were the top two. I was like, what? Well, no, I think K Love got more flack than me.
I see it for you.
What?
Drake. Come on.
Never going over there.
Not happening.
Would never happen.
Drake, I see it for you.
No, black men don't cheat, allegedly.
I see it for you in the best way possible. You know.
What if I went on Big Brother and lied about being in a relationship so I can have a cheat man scandal?
Ooh, okay, but this is the thing. There's 20 of us in the court. Somebody cheated. It's like, what is it called? It's statistically nearly impossible that none of us have ever cheated before. Mm-hmm. So who's lying?
I bet you we had all 20 of us.
Maybe someone did admit to cheating. Was it Days?
It might have been. If we had all 20 of us together, at least 3 people are saying what classifies as cheating, and then we would all know.
You're right.
What classifies as cheating? Hand stuff don't count.
But it does, though. But it does. I think someone did admit to cheating, though, so I will say that. But I'm like, girl, it's more than just one as well.
People probably emotionally cheat on accident.
You don't accidentally emotionally cheat.
When Vince said, what did he say? He's like, we just have like best. I forgot what he said.
Oh,
Lord. Like an emotional connection.
Yeah, which is real until it isn't. Until it's too real, and then it's like, uh-oh, what are we doing?
Human kiss. That's what he said. Human chemistry. I'm gonna put that in my Tinder bio. Looking for
human chemistry.
Looking for human
chemistry. I don't know. That's right. What's your Tinder bio look like? Show me your Tinder profile.
No.
You embarrassed?
I'm not a good photo person. I don't take enough photos in general. That's the problem.
Yeah, same. Honestly,
I don't be taking enough photos. A lot of my shit is me trolling though, and that's probably the issue with me as an individual.
But no, that's right. Some people like trolls. Yeah. There's a troll in the dungeon.
I got this photo from when I saw a sign at Taco Bell.
Uh-huh.
I stole that shit. I'm proud of that.
You stole a sign from Taco Bell?
Yeah.
You're proud of it?
Yeah, I got this photo like when J.R. Smith's hooping on the Power Rangers. That's obviously I was one of the Power Rangers.
Oh, were you one of the people who were doing the Power Ranger remembrance thing? You and Almonte?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know shit about that.
I know more than probably the average person, but I'm not like a diehard Power Rangers fan.
I
used to be really big.
I loved the Power Rangers growing up. I'm not gonna lie. I would just never I never got really, really, really into anything, if I'm being honest.
Mm-hmm. You got really into Big Brother?
I guess except Big Brother, which feels like nerdy to me. I guess all getting really into anything is like classified as nerdy. But
it makes me sad. I've never in high school. I never met like a person in real life who's like a Big Brother or Survivor fan. That's not like 40 years old.
Oh,
like I wish I had someone at school that like what. I don't think I was open about my Survivor fandom. I don't think I was open about my Big Brother fandom in school.
Yeah,
but I was like Big Brother during the summer.
I was so open about it. I remember in middle school, I made my middle school friends play Big Brother with me, and in high school. Like in high school, I would make them simulate Big Brother with me. I would host Kick. You remember Kick?
Mm-hmm. I unfortunately remember Kick a lot.
I would host Kick Big Brother games with my class. I was a really open person. Bitch, I ain't embarrassed.
Yeah, the only people my close friends have always done Big Brother and Survivor, but they don't watch it. One of my best friends, his mom loves Big Brother, and we'd be talking about it. I'll be going over there. I'll be like, because she was talking about us. I'd be like, did you see? She hated Keanu last year. She's like, I fucking hate him.
As she should.
I think she'd be on Twitter reading updates.
Oh, that's funny.
Laugh. She's like 50 years old reading updates and shit.
I know that's right, Queen.
I need her on Big Brother, actually. How do I let that happen?
Mm-hmm.
She would be my mystery partner for BB6. It's like my best friend's mom. It's like this 40-year-old.
Oh, Lord.
woman.
I was talking, speaking about 50-year-old women,
Ooh.
I was talking about like how I want to have kids to Lee, and I was like, I think I want to have kids in my 30s, which is closer than some might think. And I'm like, because I don't want to be 50 something and my kid's like in elementary school, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I just don't think that's what I would prefer. Mm-hmm. So I was like, damn, when would I need to have kids? And it's kind of like tomorrow.
Yeah, buddy, with another 5, y'all are outgoing. Your personalities are like superpowers. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for the sweet words, the compliments.
Thank you, boo boo.
I try to be outgoing.
So I was doing the math, and I'm like, okay, if I want my kid to be 18 before I turn 50, when would I need to have my kid? And I think that's 32. And if I need to have a kid by the time I'm 32.
I have a friend whose mom didn't have him until she was like in her late 40s.
Oh, okay, that's beautiful.
So it's like,
but the thing is by the time she's what? He's 18.
Because she's like
50,
older. She was older than her late 40s. She was in her 50s. Yeah, that's when she's in her 50s. So it's like, damn.
It's not bad. It's not
bad.
Especially if I can choose. Like, I'm choosing to have kids. And like, if I'm choosing to have kids, I would love to adopt. If I'm choosing to adopt a kid, I'm like, I would love to choose to adopt a kid where I'm like as well fit to take care of them and be in their life as possible. And like, obviously if I get a little older, I might get a little slower, not be able to do as much. And I wouldn't want that. I would want to be like, oh, okay, boom.
I've been thinking about when I want to have my kids, but like, it's like, damn, what do I want to get married? When I want to in a relationship? Like, I'm still young, so that shit will just happen. But
I know that's right. Yeah, because me, I'm like, I've kind of got past the point of like, I need to have a relationship before I have a kid. I'm like, well, I'm gay. I can adopt. I can just be a father. But I would need to be, of course, financially stable. And
the adoption process is so complicated, though.
And it's so complicated, and you need a lot of money. I understand, but it's so complicated.
I actually hate the adoption process. But
as you said, what you know about it?
I have family in the foster system, and then I have work. Like at my work, I meet so many foster kids. It's like they go to places and they just get abused, and it's like the fuck's going on. Like it's almost like every day I meet a kid who tells me like a terrible story that happened like in a foster home or something. I have a family member, someone I know that they were in a foster system. They were like adopted by a family, and then one day they decided they didn't want her no more and just put her back in the foster system. And she was with them like almost 10 years. They just woke up one day and said, "We don't want you no more." And just put them in that shit.
That is horrible. That probably hurts so bad.
It's like there's obviously a lot of like beautiful and amazing families in the foster. I truly do love these kids and adopt them for good reason. But so many people adopt just because they get money, or they like a foster family just because they get money off of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, fuck, man, that shit breaks my heart. I would love to adopt one day. Like, I would love to be financially stable to where I can adopt. And I think I would love to adopt twice. I would love to adopt like a small child, like a baby, and then also like a kid who's like older to get a kid out of that system.
Yeah, I would love to adopt as well.
But
like I always have felt like if I had kids that they would probably be adopted. One, because it's like obviously I like men, and I'm like a lot of the times that's kind of the way to go. Yeah. Especially before like surrogacy was as common. But even now that surrogacy is a potential, I'm like, I don't mind like adopting. Like there's no, and especially because like bringing a kid into the world, sometimes it's like, ooh. So it's like I might as well just parent a kid that's already in the world who needs a parent. Stuff like that. But it is such a long process.
Pharaoh was late. But I don't know. It's weird. I think I'm at the point in my life financially. I shouldn't be saying this, but like if I had a kid tomorrow, I think I could survive.
Oh, that's beautiful. Now don't be going and having kids.
I'm trying. Stop.
I feel like if you're having a kid, you need to be able to support 3 kids. Like it's given, you know how like, well, I don't know if you know, but like to get an apartment, you have to make like 3 times the rent.
Yeah.
You need to like, that's how it is with a kid. You need to be making 3 times the kids.
Yeah, sometimes I shouldn't be saying this out, but sometimes like, you know, if I got put on child support, I make enough where I think I could actually do it.
Yeah,
that's my mentality. And like, I'm like, I could maybe keep a good chunk of my check.
I definitely could. Like because this is the thing, when you have a responsibility, depends on the type of person you are, but a lot of the times it's like, okay, you lock in. Now you have this responsibility. You have to get this done. This is a requirement, not just a dream or whatever. So you're much more likely to like actually get it done, honestly. I believe in it. Okay, I think I'm done with my food. Or done cooking my food. Now.
Yeah, I'm totally late, but the children is not for the week. I had 3 kids with no meds. I could say I'm done. Shit.
Ooh.
You know, I'll wake up every day blessed that I can't give birth because that shit sounds so terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a beautiful part of life. It's a beautiful part of life. But that shit sounds miserable.
How you feel about the gentle parenting of it all?
I don't think I would be a gentle parent, but I don't think I'll be a strict parent either. I think there's like a fine line. Does that make sense? Like, I think like just like working with kids is like, I think my job is preparing me to be a parent.
Oh, that's true as well.
Or it's like, and like I'd be seeing kids, but they're so fucking bad and they're so fucking spoiled, and their parents really be giving them that tablet and say sit down, and the parents leave that they take the tablet and now they're stuck with me, and I'm like, yo, what the? Ooh, but then I'll be talking to them. I'll be talking to them like sometimes you gotta talk to the kid like a person. You can't talk to them like a kid.
You do.
You be like, I'll be talking to these 6-year-olds. I'm like, sit down. We have a discussion about this.
Yeah, 100%. I think gentle parenting has been like misinterpreted, and then it's kind of like now that the current term for it, I think is like people aren't the biggest fan of it because it's like, oh, your kid's just running over you, just doing whatever the fuck they want. They're loud and screaming. You're not doing anything about it. I think like heavy on the parenting, like. Yeah. You're still parenting like if you're a gentle parent, or I think that's the true concept, and I think it kind of like got misconstrued as to like, oh, I won't be reprimanding my kid at all, and it's like, well, no, baby, you still have to be giving them consequences to their actions and punishments and taking things away from them, and still parenting rather than just being gentle, you know. So I would definitely still parent. It's
like everything needs to have consequence. Like you don't gotta be super strict. Like I was a high schooler not too long ago. Like when your kids get older, they're gonna do dumb shit. And I think you just gotta like I feel like when I have kids, I'll tell them, yo, we have rules, but you're a kid, you're probably gonna do dumb shit. Just tell them when you do dumb shit and we'll figure it out. You know? Like if you do something really stupid, like let me know.
Yeah, that's my thing. My thing is, and I was telling my friends, I was like, yeah, my kids probably like I'm gonna let my kids have relationships and shit. I'm not gonna give them but that's also because like First of all, it's so illogical to try to not have them have relationships when, like, you were having relationships. Bitch, I had fake girlfriends in elementary school. Please. Like, we're going to have relationships. They're going to have relationships. I'm going to allow it because if you don't allow it, then they're just going to do it anyways behind your back. And now you're not going to know. And it's like, I also don't think there's anything wrong with allowing it. Like, kids should learn how to interact with humans in every type of way before they get older. So that way they can have the experience. I wouldn't want my kid to not be able to date. And then when she turns 18, she dates a horrible ass man. And then I'm mad at her and I'm confused. Because it's like, well, or my son, whoever it is. And then I'm confused at them that they chose a bad partner. But it's like they haven't had practice choosing a partner ever. Because I never allowed it. You know what I mean? It's just.
Yeah. I also like my kids say when they get to like high school and stuff, like I don't know everyone at the chat. Like when I was in high school, I was a freak. So it's like I need to my kids, like if their relationships, especially like sexual relationships, I would want to know so like I could teach them like safe sex and shit like that. You know, like I think it's important to teach stuff like that.
It is.
I want them just to go out there and then all of a sudden you have like your kid's pregnant at 15 or has someone pregnant at 15. It's like when you could like, teach them safety of it all.
Exactly.
You know, it's like it's like the thing I say about the game. Sometimes you gotta have hard conversations. Have hard conversations with your kid. That's probably like the most important person to have those conversations with.
You know? Exactly.
I got a wife with a lot of dumb shit though. Every time I got caught doing dumb shit, my mom sat me down and talked about it.
Real.
Now sometimes I would have to sit down with me. I'm like, this isn't that important. We really need. It's like there's some shit I'm doing that you can only imagine what the comment would be. I'm like, why are you We don't need to discuss this. They got mad at me because one of my other friends smoked weed. I'm like, it's not even me. It's not me.
Oh yeah, girl, we gotta let that happen. I think that's another thing. A lot of parents, like, if they haven't experienced something, it's a lot more shocking to them or stuff like that. And it's like having more experience as a parent also helps because it's like, I think my parents like also was like concerned about like stuff like that, and it's like, well, not necessarily weed. They didn't mind that, but it's like certain things that they weren't aware of. They were way more concerned about because like they don't know about it. But it's like, girl, this ain't nothing for real. No shade. Y'all just don't know shit about it.
Yeah. Tell us the Drew and Barrett for a second in case they say anything important. I think it's just them in this room, but I guess they're a little suspicious of how close Barrett and what's it called? D and Devins are. Like, oh, they're really close. Well, fucking nah, shit. Drew, no one should get the pass, but Drew doesn't watch Survivor. Barrett is like watching Survivor, and I know he's very tapped into the community. He should know that they are very close. It's like,
maybe he knows and he's just pretending he doesn't.
I think he's in denial. They're all in denial.
What are you in denial about?
Wait. Barrett just told Drew about how the icons been him out week 4. Oh, maybe I should unmute this.
Oh, okay, let's listen. Let's see.
Barrett finally being a good ally? If I'm Drew, I would not trust you no more. Maybe it's my fault that you do this shit this whole time. But you think, I wonder if Barrett's line in this conversation, if Drew said he's over it now, he shouldn't be over it now because he's currently on the block. Like, he's actually actively on the block by them. Barrett ran away. They're basically just talking about how they're back to the middleman and need to use the girls. They are not the middlemen. Oh, God. These idiots. These idiots.
Oh, yeah, he's telling him how Devins wanted to put himself on the block last week. Drew never even knew that was a thing.
I didn't know Drew didn't know that. I will say today, when Barrett talks one-on-one with Drew, is the most active I've seen Barrett this whole game. Because I feel he's really speaking.
Yeah.
It's a bad sign.
While he's on the block, and so is Mallory, but he's shifting.
I think he is shifting. I think he's gonna take a hard stand on wanting to keep Mallory, but there's nothing he can do about it unless he's able to get Haley. But I actually don't think there's anything he can do about it anyway. Never mind.
His shift is just very late. Very, very late.
If I'm Barrett, which the hell I wouldn't, Haley loves me. We're making a final 2 tonight. We're calling it the red corner. And then
literally.
Taylor and Lala. Hey, Taylor and Lala. I know I've been an icon spineless brat. I think I should work with them now.
I want to actually pick fuck them now. So join me. I think he still has room to grow, but
it's not over for him. But it's like he has to do it like now.
Mm-hmm.
Like last week, it's like, bro, he honestly should have just fought harder for Mally to be at the block. If he truly got Yash on the block instead, he would probably be in a really good spot.
Mm-hmm. And the issue with him doing it so late is that next week is actually a twist. So it's like we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know who's going to end up going home from the twist. It could be another terrible.
Save his game, or it could ruin it.
Yep.
Him and Drew. Like, if Drew's still here, that twist like makes and breaks Drew Barrett's game. It's like, what the fuck are they about to do?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he would win an HOH.
I feel like he could go from I feel like he could go home from the twist.
He is the type of player to go home from the twist.
If it's a let's say it's a safety chain.
Who wins
if that chain? If that chain, let's say Yash wins it, right?
Okay, Taylor
chooses
Lala
chooses
Angela
chooses D chooses Devins would say Barrett. Wait, but that would be the nominees, wouldn't it? How many people would be nominated?
Then it would be Melody, Mallory, Haley.
Haley.
Drew. Like those four would be left. So one of those Drew or Mallory would probably be gone. So let's just say it's Melody, Drew, Haley, final three.
Yeah, he can make it.
But he would probably be the last person. So he's very close if the wrong person wins.
Mm-hmm. Like if Lala wins it,
Angela.
Taylor. She chooses Taylor. Taylor chooses Yash. Yash chooses Haley or Melody. Probably Melody.
Okay, I think he might do. He might do Haley.
He could do Haley.
If Haley does D. Or Haley does
Angela.
Haley does Angela. Angela does D. D does Devins. And it's Melody, Drew, Barrett.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's also Haley could say Barrett if he made that final two. I think it would catch. I'll be caught up so fast because the way I would be saying we need to make a final two right now.
Mm-hmm.
And if I ever got exposed to that, I'd be like, I was only being real to this final two. That shit publicly. You can never have too many final twos in Big Brother. You just can't let them get out.
I agree.
If I talk to you, if there's 3 people I talk to one-on-one every day, I should have a final two of all of them.
Yeah. Within the crossovers, someone should have a final two with everyone. I don't know why no one does.
What are the final twos? Drew and Barrett, Devins, D, Angela. Drew and Devins have a loose one.
Do D and Angela have a final two?
I don't think it's dang, but they have like an agreement, like we want to sit next to each other at the end.
Yeah.
I think Thursday's a double eviction. You know how fucking lame it would be if they did all this shit and it's a regular double eviction?
Yeah, if it's a regular double, they dragged it.
When they announce it's a jury of 9, and that's the twist.
You know, another thing that would fuck up Barrett. I don't think they'll do a split house, but if they did, I think that could be bad for him depending on the split that he gets.
It's the split house, the crossovers, and the other 5.
Ooh, that would be hilarious.
What's another? I was trying to think of it. What they did a movie night. They started showing people DRs. You know how bad that would fuck up.
Oh Lord, that's crazy.
They should honestly do movie night at the final two. Like, hey, y'all already cast yours to win.
I'm here for this.
Like, once the votes are already cast to win, they should start showing everything. They already do sometimes, but like, show everything. Make the finale an extra hour. No, that don't matter. Don't show us the HOA. Don't show us part 1 or part 2. Just tell us who won. Yeah,
we don't need part 1. They need to start doing that. Stop doing that final 3 reminiscent episode. They need to just make that part 1, part 2. Oh wait, what did they do? I don't remember.
Melody and Taylor talking anything serious?
That's not even on my camera yet. Okay, here we go.
She said they're friends with someone.
Let's listen.
Mallory's asking if Barrett fought for her. He's gonna lie and say he did.
Oh, Buddy says, I don't think anyone will be going home on Thursday. The day is too celebratory for the show. I was thinking, like, how are they going to make time for a twist? I was wondering.
The halting hex.
Mm-mm. Two people better be going home. Because, wait, okay, so this is week 7. What happened week 7 last season?
Hamster wheel.
No way.
No, I think week 8's hamster wheel. But...
So maybe nothing happens. Maybe it's a regular eviction.
But is the twist just going to be Dan and like other people walk out?
Yeah, we voted for these people to show up.
What are the answers to the game?
I definitely thought of that before.
Dan, you're the captain again. Let's go. I do think it's gonna be so funny when AmeriCorey, because they won the showman's vote. It's like, here's the winners of this: best winner Dan, best number 1 Danielle, best showman's AmeriCorey, who we've never ever brought up since they were evicted. We didn't even see them that much of their season.
They barely even knew they existed. I'm glad they won.
I'm glad they won too, but let's be real, should have been Brenchel. But I'm glad they won. I fuck with them. It was
let's
be real. Let's be real.
It was slight recency, I think.
What if Roman Lyric won? That'll come out there.
Oh, please.
You still have 11 people at the halfway point of the game. Yeah, I don't. I like a good early double.
I love a good early double. They need to go back to that.
Like a double.
It should have been a double lyrics week or something like that.
A good week 5 double.
Like
Week
Chuck
6.
and Carmen. Well, no, that was a big week. But I'm like, that just should have been a double. Haley should have just went home right after Chuck.
The best doubles are the doubles that are like the early jury phase. Like back when Dre was 9, it's like BB15, it's like Judd goes in a double. It's a great double. BB16, Hayden goes in a double. That was fun because like Hayden got blindsided and he's out. 17, Jackie goes. That was like surprising.
Yeah. BB 10, 5. That was an early one. They just need to do
an early one.
Because when it's later, there's less
dynamics.
There's less dynamics and there's less like gag because everyone knows where everyone stands. The reason it was so entertaining early is because things are shuffling around. No one knows where anyone stands. Like, let's get this.
Fuck it. Week double in week 2. Why not?
I agree. They need to gag them.
In BB Can 3 when Neha goes home like week 2.
Yeah, I'm okay with double week 2, week 3 even. Because week 3 was what? Big day tomorrow.
Sorry to the Neha stand.
Week 2 is big day tomorrow.
Yeah, Rome goes home double right then.
Gag.
I would have sucked to lose Jason like that, but like yeah.
But gag.
You just like because like the doubles that have been in the season, 27 Lauren goes, but the right on the wall was like all her allies were going, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Pharaoh, check your Discord DMs.
Let me see.
Stephanie said. 26, Angela goes. Ryan's on the wall. 25, America goes. 24, Michael one's good. I'll go on that one. The Michael one is good.
Michael one is good.
23 is it's good because you get the cookout being alone, like the Alyssa one. But like it was like gameplay wise, it was boring, but it was like a good moment. Does that make sense? Or it's like we all knew Alyssa was fucking she didn't win. And then Tiffany and Hannah go, and that's depressing.
No shade.
22, the triple, which
boo, tomato. Why the fuck did Nicole and Danny not take out Tyler? I will never understand that in my life.
I don't know.
I would never understand that in my life.
I wish Tyler got that flip on Nicole to go during the triple. That
was never gonna happen, baby.
I know, but like,
why did he think that it was gonna happen? Am I crazy?
The power of Enzo.
I never ever remember. It's because I didn't really watch that closely that season, but I didn't even remember Enzo and Tyler being that close. If I'm being honest, like
Enzo,
I thought Enzo was closer with Bailey and Davon than Tyler.
That's the thing about Enzo. Everyone felt close to him, but at the same time, no one respected him. But everyone felt close to Enzo.
Mm-hmm. He plays a more respectful game than people give him credit for. Even Matt was dogging on him.
I think Enzo's actually a really good player. I just think he has his flaws, but like he might just be like the best. Like when it comes to the pure social, I'm like, who's better than Enzo? Man?
Yeah,
he's really up there. He's the best player ever at making a group.
That's him.
He said we're making an alliance right now, and guess what? By the end of the day, that alliance will have a name and they'll have a thing together. They'll have a fucking thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
He'll make an alliance.
He's really good. It's just he can't. He's not. He doesn't play in a manner that he can win the vote. Which is,
I just also his personality is hard to take him serious.
Yeah.
What if I said he's Ashley Hollis? Let me stop.
Well, I think he'd do better. This sounds crazy because he's just white. I think he'd do better in a bi-POC era, even though he does really great. I think he could win a more diverse season, even though he's not applicable. I just feel like his personality is a little bit different.
Yeah, I think he would do. He was close to like Davon and them.
Yeah, he was.
I think Enzo, people don't, because he's a goofy guy and he's not very articulate. He's not very like intentional in his game, but like just his natural like personality and like what he does makes his game good. Does that make sense? It's like I don't think Enzo knows why he's a good player, but he is a good player. Like I don't think if you asked Enzo to do a deep dive on his game, it probably wouldn't be a good deep dive because he was just doing shit. Like in his perspective, I think Enzo wings every conversation, but it works out for him. I don't know if I'm gone or if Pharaoh's gone. One of us ain't talking. What up, chat? What up? Mm-hmm. These people going to bed.
I'm back.
I was saying, I think Enzo. I don't think Enzo can articulate his game. I think he wings every conversation, and he ends up.
And that's the problem.
Like, I don't think if you guys ended to do a deep dive, it would be a terrible deep dive.
It would be a horrible deep dive, and that's the problem. Like, he's doing things, but I don't think he knows exactly what he's doing. Oh my God! Do you know Jesse McCartney?
Mm-hmm.
He's my Justin Bieber.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's my cousin, right? I just started lying.
You're such a liar. When I was a youngster, like, he was the one that I was like, ooh, like, I love this ghetto language he's singing in. I love this R&B aesthetic / pop thingy that he's trying to do here. I loved it.
Yeah. Isn't he one of the Chipmunks?
Oh. Is he?
He's Theodore. I just looked it up.
I love Theodore.
Yeah. He's Theodore.
I love Theodore too.
Justin Long is Alvin, and Matthew Gray Goldberg is
Justin
Simon.
Long is Alvin.
Yep. Those they were just doing shit with
Justin
those.
Long, the Scream King.
Mm-hmm.
I love him. I think they're doing a reboot of that. I was actually a very big fan of Alvin and the Chipmunks.
I remember seeing that movie in theaters.
Really?
Yeah, I was young. I had front row tickets, and we were dancing in the front row with the other kids.
I know that's right. Y'all need to sit y'all ass down.
I was a Theodore. My fantasy football name is Theodore's the best chipmunk.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You were a Theodore fan too?
I love Theodore. When I was little, I was rocking a Simon though.
Mm-hmm.
I was one of those.
That makes sense.
But Theodore,
Simon. Yo.
I got like hella photos on my phone. Theodore's just a funny little guy to me.
Mm-hmm. Carol says, "Do you guys think it's still possible for Drew to get evicted this week?"
Yes.
Absolutely.
I think it's very likely, to be honest. I just think the vets, like, it's not the most likely thing to happen. I just think the vets dislike him enough, and he really could do nothing wrong, and they will find a way to evict him.
Mm-hmm. As they should.
But yes, I think Thursday will be a double eviction. My theory's about that. Thursday pans out. Thanks for the $5. There's a chance.
What's your theory?
There's a chance it's a double eviction, but it's just like I don't want it to be just a normal double eviction. Like that's so lame to hype up for the 1000th episode. When it's people say, what if it's America votes for who gets nominated?
No way.
We should not let that happen because it would be Lala and Thog because the casuals will vote for the person of color and Thog.
I agree.
Maybe we can. Maybe if all the casual fan base votes Thog, we could get someone like D up, like the online community.
Yeah.
Who would you want, D or Devins?
We would need to do D because I don't think Devins is possible.
Now, what if it was a vote to save? It's like vote for your favorite player right now.
See, now if it was vote for your favorite, then I think
Barrett's nominated. Haley's nominated.
Barrett and Haley.
I think Barrett, Haley.
Maybe Lala.
Yeah, it'd probably be Lala. I don't know. She might have a big Wednesday episode.
I like Lala, but so many people vote Taylor.
Yeah.
And Yash.
I think people who like Lala would vote Taylor and Yash as their number one.
Yeah.
Or what they did that Love Island twist where it's like, remember the Ace season where it was like rank everyone for how you think is like who do you think is the nicest? Like you know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Or do they like rank everyone who you think is the best or the worst game?
Then I think
they won't do shit like that, but that'd be fun.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a good little twist. Like this is what America ranked y'all, and here's the averages. Where it's like everyone thinks Drew's playing the best game. Everyone's gonna look at Drew like that's not who would get it, but it would be like Devins.
Yeah.
Who everyone thinks is the sloppiest player. Drew's definitely number one. Who's everyone thinks is the worst player? Thog's number one. It's like I mean, you think maybe it's fucked with them too much. But like it'll be interesting. They should do that for OTT too.
Yeah. Who do y'all think's winning AFP? Devins.
Devins has that shit on lock.
Who am I voting for AFP? Taylor. Taylor. Maybe Yash. It depends what happens.
I would vote. Yeah, I can see. I think Devin's biggest competition for the casual is Mallory, and she might be going home.
Oh, that's true. If she's going home, it's over.
I can see the casuals on Drew.
Yeah.
What if Melody gets a Brittany Haynes edit? Because Brittany Haynes won it.
She did.
She has no screen time for a newbie.
I don't
It's
see
weird
it
to
for
think
her.
about because she's won nothing.
I think it'll be someone who's won. I think it'll be someone who's won a power, honestly, or the power vote, the vote for the power.
It'd be weird if it's one who didn't win a power. But you remember when Victor didn't win a care package? He won AFB.
Yeah, it could end up being like a Yash or a Taylor, depending how the rest of the season goes. Like,
Why the fuck did Paul and Victor not win a care package on 18?
that's a good question.
They were like, even if you don't like Paul now, they were like big fan favorites. Victor wins AFP.
Yeah.
But they were big fan favorites.
How did care packages work?
America voted for? I think we knew what the power was, but America would vote for it.
Maybe
goes,
like everyone who was fans of Paul and Victor were split in the vote.
maybe. I know Natalie got one. James gets one. Michelle gets one. Nicole gets one. Corey Brooks got one, bro. Like,
I don't understand Michelle, and I don't understand Corey getting one.
yeah, them getting one over Paul. That sounds like, what are we doing? Oh, I wasn't voting. I wasn't old enough. I wasn't allowed. They said.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't typically vote in these Big Brother stuff. So I'm not going to lie. I just don't care that much.
I didn't vote that much this season. One did I voted for Taylor a couple times. But when I started seeing Drew was just gonna win, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna waste my time.
Mm-hmm.
I did vote for Melody on one of the weeks.
I know that's right.
I just didn't vote. I knew the first 3 ones. I know the week that D got hers, I did vote for Drew that week. I was like, I don't want D to get it. And I saw Drew was second place. I would look at the casual voting. I was like, I have to see who's real. Like, I'm not gonna waste my votes on like I love Taylor, but Taylor's not gonna win it. I'm not gonna vote on Taylor and I waste my votes. You know?
Yeah.
Like, so I have to vote whoever second place, and I was like, I don't want D to get it out of spite to the icon.
Yeah.
She really has this shitty ass power, and she uses it to save herself. Good for her.
Mm-hmm. This power definitely works best when you're in a position of power. Like currently.
Drew says the bear. I feel like what's good about now is that Devin's a sus D. I do feel not like he would choose us over her. They're so fucking stupid.
Why do they think Devin's a sus D?
Because she's playing on Mallory, and I think that Devin disagrees.
Oh yeah.
Did you hear what the veto comp was?
Lickotronics.
It was like a very sexual competition.
Mm-hmm.
And someone said, how did Bear not win the dick riding and ass eating competition?
WrestleGasm.
They're on one this season.
Paw Patrol. And this veto competition.
This freaky ass competition.
And weren't they spinning around on a pickle?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And they had Haley in the DR's episode where she said, I never had so many balls in my face at one time.
Yeah.
There's some freaks this season. They've always been freaky, but you can't be freaky and then be like, our audience is 6 and up or whatever. Like,
yeah.
Embrace the
be
freak.
freaky and then, do a Paw Patrol ad.
Do you think Big Brother would ever do a tonal shift to like Love Island where it's like more serious and more raw? Like, do you think they would ever do that? Like, Love Island's not the most serious.
I think they could,
so
honestly. Like, they easily could any day that they wanted to. So there's that.
I wonder if they would ever go back to like just raw DRs where it's like this person's DR isn't like 10 seconds then cut. It's like a good 40 seconds of them actually talking. A good minute of them talking. Like, they're never gonna do that, but
that would be interesting. Oh, they got animal crackers.
Animal crackers.
Oh my god, I want some animal crackers.
Crackers.
Mm-hmm. Animal crack. Mallory working out in her pajamas.
Why is she working on her pajamas?
She's stressed.
She could start the walk she did after she got told she'd be nominated was so sad. She started spacing. I was like, no, it's when Angela walked out and she was like, Angela's so good at being fake, y'all. I know we don't like her, but she was like, I'm gonna talk to D right now. We could not let this happen.
No, she
I'm
ate
gonna
that.
talk to her right now. She walked up there, and you know what? D was being serious. I mean, Angela was being serious in the moment. She said, we cannot let that happen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Drew and Mallory going home, y'all.
Mhm.
It's over for them. Truly.
Who are Taylor and Melody talking about?
I didn't even listen to them. Let me see.
I don't know if it's Drew. I always assume it's Drew when she's talking about someone. Maybe it's Devin's real. It's a guy.
What's she talking about? Her boyfriend?
No, they're talking about game. I think they're talking about Drew because Taylor said, "Does he be telling you that he's about to lie about me?" She's like, "No, he doesn't tell me anything he's gonna do." I would. Do you think you would cause a better jury? Because I really would be lying in this house.
I would be. Wait, would I cause people to be bitter to me?
Mm-hmm.
Probably. Unfortunately, I really, really wouldn't want to, but from my experience in orgs, they be calling me Judas, girl.
I haven't done an org in a while. I need to do another long form org. I think I went till BB season's over.
Mm-hmm.
The last org I did, everyone called me so sweet and nice, and then I had the reunion that I found out like I was in a ton of alliances, and I was like, wait, whoa, whoa. I got sniped out. I was like, whoa.
Mm-hmm. I think in the real thing, I don't think in the real thing I will cause a bitter jury because I'm a very honest player in the sense of like, if I'm voting you out, I'm probably going to just tell you that I'm voting you out. Like, I'm probably not going to blindside a lot of people.
I think I'm not trying to like. I don't think I'll be as good as this player, obviously, but I think like people like Dan or like Dougie, where like their strategy is making close personal bonds with people.
Mm-hmm.
That would be my strategy, and I think that just will cause bitterness no matter what.
Yeah, that's true.
That like I like my goal
does
would
that
be
too.
to have. I would want to have as many close personal bonds as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember the org, like every vote went my way before the trial swap, and every time I felt bad about it.
Oh, poop you.
I was like, I kind of fucked. I don't know why I did that. I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah. They said we need a kingdom org. No shade. Uh-oh.
Well,
hey, it's a good idea.
Right now. Yeah. I don't want to promote someone else, but look, I was listening to the live feed recap, or I was listening to something, but I was listening to something that Archie was doing. Terrence on his Patreon, he's about to do live feed, like daily live feed recap for BB2 in the off season. Like, I'm like, get rid of that.
Oh, that's right. No, that sounds like tea. Okay.
Wait a minute. I might have to sub up to the Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
Update recast. I want to hear about Justin putting the knife to Chris's neck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm like, I hope. I'm just glad. Like, he has the biggest platform, so I'm hoping he does that, and Nicole gets more praise from the general public.
Period. Because she's one of the best.
She is. Maybe
and she did it the first season. Ooh. Yeah, I'm finna go to bed, y'all. That's no tea, no shade. They ain't doing nothing. I don't give a fuck what they talking about. I'm over this season. Drake.
It's been us
time to wrap it up.
Ain't no one else ever came.
All right, y'all. We'll be back tomorrow. Same thing, same time. The veto will be used, and the renom will be placed tomorrow.
Will be Mallory unless any shenanigans happen, but they set on it.
That'll be interesting. Join us tomorrow. Thanks for keeping it real. We out. Bye.